So hi and hello everyone. It is me, Douglas, here with Dungeons and Dragons. Wow, I blinked real hard on that one. Uh, it'll
What are
happen.
we playing?
We're playing Clicky
It's
Clacky Dice.
Monopoly.
Yeah, it's Monopoly, but we added a few rules. It's gonna be wild. Buckle up, kids. I am joined today by Draenef playing Drachdarin, or a sickly Draenef playing Drachdarin. Um,
Hello.
Spacey Ying playing Falkan, and
Hi.
Denki 101 playing Kolarys. Now, this whole group is going to go ahead and start to do a lot of weird stuff, and I'll do a recap of all that has been happening in the past few games, or, immediately past session. But before we do that, I will finish up preparing while you all watch the intro, so we'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I did that. I think so. Teleportation Circle and be us.
Ooh, yes. It's been a while since I've seen somebody take yes.
Eos is a spell that when you are within range of somebody, you place a command and they're forced to carry it out. Whatever the service or whatever it is, it lasts for 30 days and it can be any type of command. If they go against you, then they will take 5d10 psychic damage every time they act in a manner directly counter to your instructions once each day. Is the one. In a way, it's like a sleeping slave kind of thing. You can issue any command you choose short of an activity that will result in certain death should you order a suicidal command. You can issue a harming command, but it's not a suicidal command. It can be kind of harming. You can say beat yourself within an inch of your life, and
And then if they finally disobey, and I cast on a party member one time. Maybe I just cast on 3 of our party members.
looking at teleportation circle, I genuinely don't know if none will be useful.
I mean, teleportation circle is very useful if you have a list of teleportation circles that you know.
Yeah, we'll
'Cause
just
you have
find
to-
out whichever
You
ones
have to
are
have the
bad luck.
destination. So, yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
we'll get you that when we get you that. In any case, hi and hello everyone. We're back from the intro, and we're here today now with Conquerors of Nolyn episode 31, where we are going forward with the thing that we were doing. So, lastly, here in this place, in the game that we play. Oh no, multitasking, why am I doing this? I shouldn't. I just need to do 3 more clicks and then that'll be complete. And yes, now all of you are level 9 on the stream. Hooray.
Hooray.
So, last time around here in Conquerors of Nolyn, our heroes, they have done things as they keep on doing. They, after chasing after Lady Ulxian Sunorae, after she made a very big threat on Kolarys' sister's life, Rimela. The party decided to chase after her and found themselves in an abandoned church outside of the city of Madlanak. By the way, it only took me, what, Took us what 5-6 sessions in Madlenac before we had a map of Madlenac.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah,
This would have been very helpful for me earlier.
Vujade.
it would have, wouldn't it? Regardless, you chased her through a abandoned temple church thing outside of town. Whereupon you found Kolarys' sister and the Ulxian twins, her true sons, there doing whatever evil thing they were doing. You all stopped them in their tracks by, action diving into the church, the temple, and then on top of that, starting a full-on combat. They call out for Mom, and Mom appeared. And then, as the combat was nearing a climactic conclusion with you all defeating Lady Ulxian, she used the last resort trick. Using her staff of necromancy, she killed Orimela and hitchhiked her soul into another plane of existence. So Lady Ulxian used that dirty trick to travel towards the Shadowfel and leaving behind a dead Dragonborn. Upon thinking on what to do next, you all reconvene with your contacts and everyone else to see what was going to be the next step, and you all decided that the next step is going to the Shadowfell after Lady Ulxian and exacting some manner of revenge on her, and also trying to retrieve Orimela's soul so she could be revived. However, there are a few things that happened before that. You were being accused, after all, of acting against a noble in Dream Inn, and the day of your trial came upon while we're requested, but the forceful version of requested, which I can't remember right now, to go there.
Coerced.
Yeah, intimated to go to trial. Falkan went just out of good faith, but he didn't have to go because of his academic community. But Kolarys had no backup to fall onto. Before the trial proper, you all started going around town trying to reunite as much evidence as you could, now that Lady Ulxian has done a ultimate whoopsie, for lack of a better term. And you managed to get enough evidence and things going on for you that during the trial you were able to assert yourselves with said evidence. It's not necessarily that you yourselves defended yourselves during the trial, but all the things that you have done throughout the days that you were here allowed other people to present those evidence for you, causing the trial to go in your favor. Whereupon the whatever his face, the guy from Dreaming, the envoy, to allow you to 1 week, to bring Lady Ulxian as the responsible for causing the whole problem, the whole diplomatic problem with Dreaming, instead of taking you in. After currying that favor with them, you decided that it's best to start looking into capturing and bringing Lady Ulxian back post-haste. So right after the trial was over, and you had a new task and a deadline, Kolarys was approached by a mysterious person, or a mysterious someone, who offered him a token. Something to prove that he is a special envoy, a dragon blade, someone with enough power and influence to do as they please, so long as they see so long as they act according to the wills of whoever employed them. Someone seems to be Ritilir, the guardian dragon of the city, who has asked Kolarys to make sure that Lady Ulxian pays for her crimes. Afterwards, this group reunited in front of the town hall and prepared themselves to start gathering up supplies and whatever else they need to start their journey into the Shadowfel. And that is where we left off. Or rather, I think you're going to the Shadowfel right away. And that is where we left off. So, being Dragonborn, it is.
We're going to Shadowfel right away.
Are we going to do some prep and buy some potions and stuff?
We did.
We did.
Oh.
Or at least some of us did.
Yeah, some of us. Just side eyes, Falkan.
What?
Speaking of which, I have a thing I wanted to check up with you, Kolarys. I was checking your character sheet, and I realized that you are carrying a shitload of rations.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that you are into the 3rd tier of encumbrance.
What?
Did it
How
go
many
that far?
rations do you have?
A shit ton.
Put him in the bag of holding. That's why it exists.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just so you know, if you're carrying that many stuff and you're into the 3rd tier of encumbrance,
Oh, okay, yeah, I am.
your movement speed becomes 5 feet.
Yeah, don't do that.
And there's something else also that goes on, but I don't remember.
Claire's just really walking around with like 500 Lunchables.
Hell yeah.
The children's charcuterie boards.
Oh my god. Yes. I fucking love it.
First of all, where are they? Second of all, how do I...
Put it in the bag of holding.
in the bag of
Inventory
holding?
tab?
I mean, you just gotta add something to the bag's inventory and delete it from your own. Or I can add it. I have the bag open if you just want to tell me what to add.
Probably just
26 rations.
20? So why do you have so much food? Holy bejesus.
Just casually notices like 10 Lunchables sticking out of his side pouch.
Yeah, it's good.
You do not need all of that.
It's good to
Got
have
the pepperoni pizza ones.
it's good to have a lot of food, but make sure that you're spreading it around it so you're not carrying it all on yourself, or you're gonna break your back.
So, Kolarys, what's your favorite Lunchable?
I like the ones with the cheese and the meat.
Isn't that all of them?
That's most of them. Some of them have pepperoni pizza.
I like the deep dish ones.
I will add. Did you say 26?
26.
I will add 26 rations.
I know. Oh my god!
We're gonna be gone for a week at best.
What if we're stuck in there for a month?
We're not going to be.
How many rations do you take a day? 5?
Maybe. Listen, just because I'm big. Okay, there's 26, which means actually no. What this actually means is that there's 41 rations in the bag of holding because I had 15 in here already.
Okay, in my defense,
think
I'm
we
not
have enough
buying
food?
anything to prepare. My spells cost money sometimes, so...
Like Teleportation Circle.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm assuming that since you are preparing before you leave town, you would have, gathered the material components for the things that require material components.
Essentially, yeah.
How much does it cost to cast that Teleportation Circle?
fucking, I think
50 gold pieces, yeah.
50 gold worth of nice chalk.
50 gold pieces worth of chalks and inks infused with precious gems. How does that work? Nobody knows. But
like
I'll-
crush them down.
Yeah.
I'll say that you got that every time you cast that spell. Don't forget to discount 50 gold crowns.
Oh yeah.
And Kolarys is going to have to buy all the potions because remember how I don't have money?
I bought.
Well, technically, you never tried to
5
trade
potions of healing.
your old coins, so
I have a plan for those.
I figured you might.
What you gonna do? Make gold armor?
No, it'll be much nicer than that. Also, armor made from gold is stupid because it is soft metal. Do not let Minecraft trick you.
Yeah, but I like it when old RPGs know about that kind of thing.
Well, some of us know a lot about gold. And it was always confusing.
What if it was
As the
magical
guy who has
gold?
gold that doesn't work here.
It's still gold. I'm going to make something else that is useful out of it later, when I have time. But as far as usable gold goes, you two are the rich boys. So you two will do the purchasing.
I only have 23 platinum.
I don't got
Only
that much money.
23 platinum, he says, not knowing that it's probably more money than I've ever seen in my entire life.
Just hold them in front of his face. Now you have.
So do you want me to punch you now or later?
You can punch me now.
Oh,
Get it out of your system. Why not?
What
No,
important you to do? Get it out of the way.
no, I wouldn't want to ruin your face before this journey. You have to look good after all.
Oh, but then I can claim it's battle scars.
Oh, we'll get there. Right, how many healing things are you buying, and do you need anything else before we go?
I bought 5. Do you want more?
I would like a healing potion in my pocket.
Okay, put one in your pocket.
Thanks.
I would not mind one of these either.
Okay, put one in your pocket.
Just to keep in mind, Kolarys, you are still within the second tier of encumbrance, which means that your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
How much crap do you have on you?
One rope.
He has a one rope.
It's a lot of rope.
It's 50 feet. If you've ever held 50 feet of rope, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's the heaviest things you have that you don't need to have is the one rope that you started the game with, one crowbar, and one hammer.
That's it?
No, he has a lot of stuff, but that's the heaviest.
I was about to say, I got like 8 strength going on. Well, what's going on over there, Kolarys?
I have 9 strength. We're not very burly boys.
You only got 9 strength?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
How
a
do you
fast
stab
boy.
those little knives?
He's a fast boy, not strong boy.
Stab, stab, stab. So what? Put the
Put them in the bag of holding.
Okay. So that's
Overcome your trauma and slide them into the tiny brown sack.
I don't even know how to put them in there.
I can do it. But
So
also,
you just open it up and you toss it in and hope it doesn't hit the dragonborn inside.
The dead one.
Oh my
he's
god, he's
the
just
dead alive
floating
one.
there and then just like 26 rations just popping around him.
Vargren's like, Lunchables. Ah.
It's gonna eat your
Sheet.
Lunchables.
But like
It's
on my sheet, how do I handle this?
So you can
so-
open up the bag of holding. It's in the actor list or the party list, and you can add stuff to there and just remove it from your own character sheet.
I'm helping you out with that. I've already moved some of those things, but if you have your character sheet and the bag of holding character sheet open at the same time, you can click and drag from one to another, and it'll clone. So you can, drag your things to the bag of holding. It'll create a clone there, and then you delete the original in your own character sheet.
Okay.
But I've already removed your crowbar and your hammer. All that's left is the rope. So
The rope's going in there.
yeah, you delete the rope from your character sheet, and that should get you to light encumbrance. Probably.
So we should have... Man, we got good amount of freaking 150 feet of rope.
I just realized one of my magic items never made it over to my inventory.
Which
Whoops.
item?
The hat of oh god, the languages one.
Yeah.
Helm of Comprehend Languages?
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah, you're still encumbered.
You know what? The food's in there. I'm putting the water in there too.
Yeah, good idea.
Just make sure you all don't get separated for any reason.
Oh no. What would possibly cause us to become separated? Oh no.
I don't know, every once in a
I
while
mean,
It's not like we're going into a dark freaking alternate dimension where anything could happen.
I mean, give me a few of those snacks. I'll hold on to them.
it's never I who suggests, sure, you should split the party. Just saying.
You make an okay point.
Okay, so you all start, tossing things around and about, items wise, to see who has what, taking inventory of what the entire group has. People are leaving the courthouse now. The town hall that was quickly converted into a courthouse. And the sun is starting to shine brighter and brighter as the minutes passes. It's still not noon, and you have the entire day in front of you. What's next, Dragonborns?
Well, if we are good on loot and equipment and stuff, then I suggest we say our goodbyes as we need to and get going. And also, make sure we know where we're going. Lake Grim, which is to the north, I believe. Grim Lake, yes. Are we good to go? Unprepared?
I'm just making sure I put 3 rations in my bag.
Very good.
What Lunchables did you take?
I got 3 Lunchables on me. 2 deep dish pizzas and 1 with the cheese and crackers. I'm just saying, you never know when you might want to change a pace.
That's why I have 38 in the bag of holding. Who knows what I will pull out?
Are you talking about like a Lunchables gadget?
Be careful, you could sell that for a lot of money, that concept.
I think you're onto something. We should pursue this later.
Later. Future business venture.
Why is my character sheet just straight up showing my death my death and life saving throws?
Well, mine is also showing this.
Okay, just a little concerned. Don't mind me.
It's fine.
Just talking about Lunchables is bringing me closer to the brink of death.
Let's get out of town before anything else weird starts happening.
honestly don't know why that is happening, but it shouldn't. But don't worry, you're not in danger, and you're not making that saving throws. I don't think, at least.
Yeah.
Lock your character sheet again.
Yeah. Neat how that is. That's so weird.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Weird.
I actually know something other people didn't.
Look, man, I don't usually play in digital realms. I roll dice on a table normally.
Alright, so all of you are prepared, I imagine. I'll just assume that, for the next hour, You get 1 hour tolerance. Everything you didn't get now, I'll allow you to say that you got then.
I would like to know the location of the teleportation circle.
Oh yeah, we should probably talk to some people.
In this town,
That'd be helpful.
the circle of teleportation in this town, there's 3 major ones. One is in just outside the town hall where you guys are. Another one is in the Monument Square, and another one is in the Academy.
What the heck? They got so many teleportation circles?
Okay, all right. Wrote them down.
Those are the main ones. Of course, though, the town does asks for a fee for if you use them. Rather, the town hall demands a fee if you use the town hall or the monument one, and the academy, of course, also demands a little fee.
This is fun.
However, Falkan, your family does have a teleportation circle sigil in your own home.
Nice.
Oh,
And look where we were having our slumber party.
You do go over there, and it takes you a while to convince your father that you are, you are good with with knowing the glyphs of this circle of teleportation, that you will not forget it and that you will not share it with anyone. After some time, he does teaches you it, and that'll allow you to teleport back to the cool manor in Madlenac.
better than being dead.
So, with that done and out of the way, where are you guys going to? Or rather, which plan are you going with? Because I do remember last session you all having some...
Well, yes, we have 3 options technically. One of which is very not good idea, which would be going back. Do you know that other country that really doesn't prefer us? And finding the thing that would let us go through to the Shadowfel there. Or there's a way through over by Grim Lake. Or I can potentially get the attention of that Samphadine again and have him just throw us across dimensions. I would presume you would prefer to go to the lake.
I like the idea of being tossed. I don't know about you.
I don't think you want to be tossed in this scenario. That's really more of a if needs make it that way, but I don't think we need to do that so urgently.
All right, all right.
Let's just go for I know you hate walking long distances, but
My little legs.
oh, your little leg, it will build muscle. Perhaps then you will complain less.
just to let you know, going through Grim Lake will take you several days worth of travel.
Fine, we have a teleportation circle now.
Yeah.
So if anyone else has a better idea, I say we just walk.
Kolarys just starts walking in what he thinks is the right direction.
Watches.
Out the northern side of town, you're heading south.
I know which way's north.
Look at the sun. Sun's rising over there means east, so compass.
You don't look at the sun, that hurts your eyes.
No, you look there. You have.
I don't think you're supposed to look directly into the sun.
Just look where the sun is. All right, come on. I tug my gear on. have that great axe on my shoulder and start sauntering northward out of town.
All right, so you're all walking towards Grim Lake, right?
And I'm on the road again.
Can't wait to be on the road again.
All right, let me just calculate a few things because boy howdy.
Drinking too much sangria. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Get drunk, Spacey. So
That's a
it'll
circle. That's not what I want. No.
let me find it here in my notes. It will take you 14 hours of straight walking towards Stubhartak, which would be your first stop towards Grim Lake. In other words, you will spend the rest of the day just marching.
It's fine by me.
All right.
I'm not encumbered anymore. We can do this.
We
Okay.
don't have 2 squires tagging along either, so I don't have to worry about other people dying.
Yeah, that's nice. I almost got, dropped 500 feet.
Yeah.
Kolarys just collapses to his knees and prays to the sky. Oh no, I'm dying, Drac.
Why are you being so dramatic? We have walked 100 feet outside of town, and you are already crying. I'm not carrying you.
Okay, fine.
Gonna put Zaslamel on top of Kolarys' head.
Now I have a sunbrella.
He holds out his arms and he waits. The moment that you stop walking, he pecks you in the forehead.
Wow.
Get your butt away from me.
No.
No.
I will. I will grab it.
Don't do that.
Start slowly reaching a hand up to slash him out.
No.
Take your bud.
No.
If you two are going to do this the whole time, I am going to have to separate you.
Separate me from this bird.
I'm going to separate your head from your shoulders if you keep it up.
I grab the bird.
Oh, for God's sake.
The bird poofs and appears on top of your hands.
You know what? This is an improvement. I can deal with
And then
this.
back on your head.
Damn it!
As an action, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar disappears to a pocket dimension where it awaits your summons. In hindsight, I don't know why I didn't do that before every time it got blown up.
Sometimes you don't have time to react.
Fair enough.
Wait,
A whole ass action for that, you know?
Yeah.
is it a reaction?
No, it's just an
No, it's just
action.
an action.
That's why wizards with familiars often get to watch them die.
why.
It's
Oh,
very
no.
sad.
That's why I can resummon him.
Okay. So you all start marching then, and several 8 hours later, the sun has gone down. It's pretty late already. You all have marched halfway through Stubhartak, and your legs start aching because, even though it is 14 hours, marching more than 8 hours per day can cause a little bit of stress and exhaustion. So, are you pushing on or taking a rest now?
Uh,
Not
We'll
being
just-
exhausted would be smart.
We'll just take it easy.
Imagine you set up tent to, get some rest going.
I will make Kolarys go get kindling again as a lesson to his survival abilities.
Alright.
Because someone needs to learn how to actually stay somewhere that isn't inside of a house.
I know how to camp. That was a joke.
Oh, well.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Mr.
I go get the
26
best kindling.
Lunchables.
Come again,
I go
Kolarys?
get the best kindling.
All right. Make a survival check.
Oh no.
Just to remember, you all have 1 point of inspiration you can use. Now make a regular difficulty check. DC.
Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, see? Best kindling.
Indeed, Kolarys does comes back with the best kindling that you can find around. And it makes sense. It is spring. It's fairly easy to find just kindling around that is dry enough to use. And not only that, Kolarys has gone, found it, and retrieved it and brought it all back way faster than you anticipated he would, Drek.
It's better than last time. You are improving.
Just take the compliment.
You know, I'm not good at the whole complimenting thing, so I'm trying to get better. Just be happy that, you know, I don't have the authority to make you do like push-ups or something every time I dislike what you say.
Is that often?
Disliking what he says? No, he says many fun things. But it would be funny to see him do push-ups every time he did. But no, that's what happened to me back when I was training. It was anytime you lipped off it was 100 push-ups.
Seems excessive.
I mean,
Have you seen this guy? Everything about him is excessive.
thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
Great. It really wasn't a problem after the, 10,000th or so. It starts you just kind of get numb to it. And then you learn not to talk back quite as much. Well, you probably want... Do you want normal Lunchable then, Kolarys, or...
Yes. Yes.
Petition to rename rations to Lunchables.
Oh my god.
I think we've already done that.
Yeah.
In the bag of holding.
I'm gonna do it in the bag of holding.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you've already done that yourselves. You've already renamed it. I can't do anything about it.
Edit item. The deed is done. There we go. 35 Lunchables remaining.
I am very content.
Very well. So, you all spend some time around the camp, your makeshift campfire, talking, bonding a little bit more, before you all decide to go to bed for the night, taking out your bedrolls, putting it down, as you all rotate taking watches, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Or I think at least Falkan, you get the Salamau to take watches for you instead.
Basically.
And not forgetting that you can always just pull out Vargrid and have him take watches too.
I don't want to bother him that much.
It's not like he has a lot going on in the void.
No, it's true, but I don't want him
Actually,
to...
yeah, why don't we just let him walk around with us?
It's fair, actually.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
let
it's
him
not
out.
like we're in the town anymore. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's true. I'll let him out of the bag of holding.
Sure.
just
you-
party member equipped.
Mm-hmm.
Let me equip my companion real quick.
Yeah. He's
Uh,
got an army of kobolds at his disposal. I mean,
Well, he had an army of kobolds. They are still waiting for back and call back at Metlanak,
that's unfortunate.
because he never got to give them the order to attack. You didn't give them the order to attack, and nobody told the kobolds not to wait for him anymore.
Well, then there's just a contingent of kobolds laced within the city of Madlinac.
Somewhere in
You
there,
know what they're doing.
they're waiting.
What could kobolds do?
Well, they are pretty much doing the same thing they were doing before, which is just foraging and surviving out in the woods nearby, just waiting. Uh, just making a living doing that. You did meet them along the road the first time, so they have gone back to that. Some of them managed to get accepted back into serving some families here or there, doing menial jobs in town. Uh, but mostly they're just just keeping busy while they wait. So you pull Vargrid out, who then looks very irritable that to have spent so long inside the void, did not get his chance for revenge against Sunorae, but otherwise he just still chasing after her, and it seems, I imagine you share with him your plans of going to the Shadowfel.
Yep.
All right. So Vargrid just nods and just keeps looking towards the horizon. One day she will fall. Her blood salt the earth.
Well, hopefully that'll be within the next week, because otherwise Kolarys is kind of screwed. I'm sure it'll be fine, though. I know we missed the chance to kill her before, but we were very close.
We must make sure that that snake does not get a chance to escape our grasp again.
She won't have a backup plan next time, I think. I think she played her ace in the hole.
Very well. Shall wait.
Not to be abrupt, but we are going to sleep. If you could let us know if anything shifty happens overnight, that'd be sweet.
Very well. Well, keep your guard, comrades in arms.
He's a good guy. Such a good guy.
And then Vargrid just starts going around the camp, just taking rounds, making sure that you are safe and sound in there. And all three of you are going to sleep? Question?
I mean, I'll still wake up to take a watch at some point. Probably like midnight, middle of the night. But
Sure.
I can take
guess-
first watch.
Hmm?
I can take first watch.
Sure. So, even though Vargrid is walking around camp, just making sure that you're all safe, you do go to sleep and wake up every once in a while to take your watches. Once you do, Vargrid is nowhere to be seen anymore. You can still every once in a while hear the crunching of leaves in the distance, and you can tell that Vargrid is around. But otherwise, you can't quite see him in the darkness. He's too far away from camp. But otherwise, it is a restful night. Except for you, Drachdarin.
oh boy.
As you are sleeping, or rather, as soon as you wake up to go take your watch, You sit down next to the campfire, still crackling, as the fire slowly dwindles as time goes on. You get your armaments to start cleaning them up and sharpening them as you do. And as you do, also get up to go clean up and maintain your armaments. You realize how smaller they feel in your hands now. And you think back to your broth, the big red crate, and you think that if and when it gets to the point when you're as big as him, your current armament might feel a little bit too small. Not that it'll bother you, it will be much easier to sling it around and about, but you just keep thinking that whatever is happening with you is still happening. And that gives you thought for a moment.
I'm gonna need all custom equipment, aren't I? Oh boy.
I suppose that you will, Drachdarin.
I was talking to myself more than anything, but and who said that?
You turn around to see, just out of the darkness, silhouette approaching you very slowly. You cannot at all hear this creature's footsteps as it walks closer towards you, and when it approaches the fire, you recognize the face of Eaglebeth.
Great. You scared the hell out of me.
He slowly lowers himself a little bit. It doesn't need to, crouch to get to your eye level. Even almost standing up, he can't get to your eye level. He just lowers himself just a little bit, pulls back his hood, and looks around the night air. I always liked the evenings better. Whenever the world is dark and asleep, that's the best time to share secrets.
Most associate night with terrors and creatures lurking just out of sight.
Sometimes you realize that the terrors are there and will always be there, no matter if it is day or night.
It's true. Why are you here? Are you following us?
I have taken interest to you, Drachdarin. I've said so already. So, following is a little bit intimate, but yes, I am keeping close track of your journey, one could say. I'm curious where you're going to next. Grim Lake, it would seem.
That's the idea. It's just between you and me, I really don't want to go to the Shadowfel.
Well, I wouldn't want to go there either.
I've been there once and it sucked.
As they say, dead man holds no secrets. I much prefer the world of the living myself.
I think there's plenty of secrets there. Just nothing that any living creature should try and discover.
Oh, let the secret of the dead lie with them.
Unless, of course, some crazy wizard kills one of your friends' sisters and your other friend's cousin goes missing and everyone is just going crazy and they're like, we have to go to the Shadowfell and...
I have already offered to you my assistance with that. Would like.
It just worries me that I mean... You could just put us there. Just like that.
I could. And knowing a little bit more, I would be willing to help you. Shares some more secrets about the Shadowfel in exchange for more secrets of your own. You have spilled some secrets when you talked to Ritilier back in Madlenac, but that cannot be all of your secrets. I feel like there's more about the future.
It's quite a long list. I mean, what do you want to know?
I already asked a lot, but
It's true.
you did say that, or rather, you revealed to them that there is one dragon that plays a big role in the future where dragons are gone.
Yeah, there's a few, but there is just the one that's sort of involved in that big war that's occurring. Will occur.
Regaorint was his name, right?
Yeah, the blizzard or something like that.
Tell me more of what you know about Regaorint.
Uh, all I really know is that the dragon I was associated with, he's very much just very concerned about him, and you meant to go help him or save him. He's apparently huge, like ancient dragon kind of thing. And I thought he was supposed to be like off in the mountains somewhere, but if he's getting involved in a war, then that's kind of terrifying.
And what was this war for again, Drachdarin?
There's in the future where I'm from, and the work that I was doing before I ended up here. One of the groups that I was associated with was trying to... Well, let's just say this. They had an artifact that could show the future, basically. And apparently there were a few different of these types of artifacts, and some ruler in some other country had one of the most powerful ones, and he was apparently getting a little out of hand.
An artifact that could precede the future, say.
It would let them know when something was going to happen, and they would go deal with it. But it would also probably drive you insane if you looked at it too much.
How common are these artifacts in your time? Not very, I would imagine.
I sounded like there were like 3 at most, or like 4 or 5, not many. This is not like everyone on the street corner gets a fortune-telling book. I mean, the guy who ran the guild that I was a part of, kind of employed by, he had it like in a hidden room down a spiral staircase in the middle of the guild hall, so it's kind of a big deal.
Drachdarin, what you are saying to me is that in a future where we manage to banish Cosme, the source of all magic, and where dragons are gone, there are rare artifacts scattered across the world. And those artifacts are powerful enough to change and shape the world as whoever wields them sees fit.
Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Oh, and there is magic still.
If there is magic, I imagine it's not as strong as the magic that we currently have. While Cosme is out and about. That makes me think, Drachdarin. It's possible that my late beloved might have created more artifacts than I thought she did. Hid it from
She
us.
made? Wait, she made those?
Well, we have. Before she passed, she shared a vision of a future and a plan to enact said vision. This plan involved creating certain artifacts. All of us decided to heed her plan and help her, aid her with an artifact of our own. She made lenses of divination. She said that using those lenses you could see across the realm, among other things, and it would enable anyone to get a short glimpse into the future. But to have an actual artifact capable of telling the future, ever? She might
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying, actually, now that you're explaining it that way.
she might have done those and never revealed it to us. I wonder if that is what she has done. Like I said before, Drachdarin, your secrets interest me a great deal. So I hope you don't mind if I keep following you along for a little while longer.
I get the feeling that even if I told you not to, you still probably would.
I definitely would. I just wouldn't come to you directly and in such a forwardly friendly manner. But I would.
Yeah. So, I think I just am fine divulging some things now and then.
Well, let me share a secret with you too, Drachdarin. Or rather, another secret. I have looked into the future. Or, sorry, not the future per se. But I looked into the Shadowfel for you. After all, there are those who know secrets regarding those things. You said that you're looking for Sunorae, Ulxian, right?
It's kind of the main goal right now, yeah.
Someone has whispered to me yet another secret. That your companion and friend is also seeking one Cantus Shehart Deku.
This is true. Do you know where he is?
Like I said, I have looked into the Shadowfell for you, and I am afraid that the city of Madlanak has, or rather, its Shadowfell counterpart, has fallen under their influence. They command the streets, and the city is under their control mostly. Previously I said that I would bring you there to the Shadowfell if you wanted, but I would say that it would be just suicide to drop you in the middle of town.
Well, now that we're outside of town, it might be less suicidal.
I had a different idea. Your friend, traveling companion. Another whisper reached my ears that he has been looking for glyphs of teleportation circles. That's so.
He did spend a little while earlier today trying to get that. I think he's learning some new wizardry.
Very well. Instead, of taking you to the Shadowfel directly, Madlenak. I could take you to Grim Lake in the Shadowfel. There is a teleportation circle on both sides. Shadowfel side and the material plane. Once you're there, Shadowfel side of Grim Lake, you can learn the glyph of teleportation over there. Have a quick way out, Madlenak, as soon as your little endeavor is done.
That would be useful. I suppose having an easy way out is preferable when it comes to the Shadowfell.
It very much is, yeah.
Let me. You said you were saying who controls the Straits of Madlenak? Shadowfell now?
Oh, Sunorae Ulxian and Countess Shehart the Cool.
What,
Both of them,
together? Wait,
not necessarily together,
okay.
but they're not adversary to one another either. It's complicated.
Oh boy.
If and when I learn more about that, I'll be glad to whisper that onto you, so long as you have more things to tell me.
I will try and think of not so mundane secrets to offer you.
Every information is valuable, Drachdarin.
I cannot say I am the best source for information. I was only a mercenary after all.
And I was only a boy who had no ambitions in the world until Falkan showed me all that I could be.
You should put that in a book. That sounds like a good, first book line.
Drachdarin, are you suggesting that I, the Lord of Secrets, share all that I know openly with the world?
No, I just mean you could write a really inspirational book that sounded like the beginning of a good speech, that's all.
Very well, I'll keep that in mind. If you want me to take you to the Shadowfell version of Grim Lake, just let me know. At least it'll save you the effort of traveling there here in the material plane.
Yeah, I guess we are going to have to walk all the way there and then walk all the way back, aren't we?
I imagine so. And my whispers tells me that I don't have enough time.
Well, is it just like a snap your fingers and then we're there kind of thing?
Yes, it is a snap your fingers and you're there kind of thing. Yes.
Well, I guess let us finish resting for the night and then that would at least save us several days. Better that than just tiring ourselves out walking for a week.
Very well. Whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Yeah, just in the morning, I don't want to interrupt the guy's sleep.
And
That's
then
all.
Eaglebev, he stands up, bows to you very curtly, and then turns around and starts walking towards the darkness as he pulls his hood up. And you cannot hear his footsteps at all. And as soon as he's just some 30, 60 feet away from the bonfire, you cannot even see his silhouette anymore. As he vanishes into the night.
So weird. Just kind of look at the other guys near the camp, and oh, what are we getting into? And then I'll head to sleep after my watch is over.
And morning does come by. 6 in the morning, sharp. All of you feel a very heavy set pair of boots just stomping its way back to around the camp, and all of you wake up to see Vargrid just step into the remainder of the fire, the campfire, and just stomp it down to put it out. And then he looks around. It is time for us to continue going. You have
Good
had
morning
your
to you
rest.
too. Yeah, you could call it that.
All three of you look around, and the sun hasn't even finished rising properly. It's still ridiculously early. But it is, after all, the morning of a new day.
Kolarys, Falkan, wake up, boys. We have to keep moving.
Hmm.
And before you say anything, I know the sun hasn't even risen yet.
One day I will destroy the sun.
Sun's
don't-
up, I can't even see.
Well, I had a visit from a friend last night, so
Excuse me, how?
secretly, they're very good at not being seen or heard or anything.
I would imagine.
So if he's looking around somewhere, he did say he could get us into the Shadowfel, like, right now. Because we are going to have to literally walk all the way up to Grim Lake and then go through this portal and walk all the way back down here.
Do it now.
Lovely.
This way, he can get us to Grim Lake on, the Shadowfell side, and then we just walk back down here.
No, really.
I mean, seems like a not bad plan. Cut out
Why
half
are we
the
still
walking.
talking about it? Do it.
It's Higglebeth. Just like looking around like the John Travolta meme. Just
Holding your coat.
yeah, just weird. Not like I can just summon him out of nowhere.
As you look around, both Falcon and Kolarys slowly rise up, and as you keep looking around, you see a shade behind Falcon, and this shade just sidesteps away, and you'll notice that is indeed Eaglebeth behind Falcon, and he just puts up a finger up to his lips, and then he'll raises his head, finally locking eyes with you, giving you a meaningful look, almost as if to say, "Is it time?"
Just nod a little bit while being way sleepy looking.
Without anyone else noticing, Eaglebeth just behind Falcon just sketches a smile on his face with his kind of lengthy fingers, his long thin fingers that ends in claws. He just puts it on his face and pulls his cheeks upward, forming a smile, and then going all the way up until he's covering his eyes, and he just waves his other hand in the air around you all. And as he does that, the temperature around all four of you starts to descend very rapidly. A swirling vortex of wind starts to form its way around you, and it is familiar teleportation magic that you have seen before to a certain degree, but this one feels a little bit different as the winds they start to take a darker shade and tone, and you can see just behind the wall of wind that is being formed now, you see the world around you starting to lose its colors, becoming shades of black and white, and the air around you keeps getting colder and colder, and all of you feel a shiver going up your spine as the wall of wind, the vortex, starts spinning faster and faster and faster until it starts to dissipate. And once this whole wall of wind starts to dissipate, all of you look around, kind of a little bit dizzy from all the spinning and a little bit uncomfortable because of all the cold. But when you look around, you don't recognize your surroundings anymore. The ground beneath you is still dirt, but this dirt now, whereas before it was kind of grassy and alive, now it is absolutely uh the grass is completely dead, and the ground has also lost most of its color, as it's completely uh shades of gray and murky browns. And when you finally look around yourselves, you realize that there is no sun anymore. No matter where you look, no matter where your eyes try to reach, there is no sun. There is a sickly light up in the sky, but this light up in the sky doesn't really reveal much at all. The air around yourselves is still chilly. You notice finally that there is a kind of constant, ever-present fog all around you. And when you try to take note of your surroundings, all of you just hear a very soft voice, kind of dissipating also into the distance, as it says, "I hope you all enjoy your stay in the Shadowfel. Good luck."
Oh, I hate teleportation. Oh.
And you all finally realize that you are indeed in the dark, murky, cold, and desolate Shadowfel. There is, to be fair, a what appears to be a little construction near you. You see that it seems like a small fortress of some kind. And you realize now, looking down, that you're at the step of this place, pretty much. And behind you, there's what appears to be a vast field of white. It takes a little while for you to realize that that's a frozen lake. And following through it, there seems to be a kind of path that has been laid there beforehand.
Gotta be honest, Drac, I thought it'd be dripping with blood or something.
What, is this not already kind of weird and creepy enough for you?
I'm just saying, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse.
I would not tempt fate when it comes to this sort of thing. The last time I was here, I nearly got, I think, mind controlled by something.
The first time I hung out with you, I almost got blown to smithereens by a magical gate by some fairy.
That's right, you did come to the Feywild with us, didn't you?
That was the first day I met you.
Yeah, I remember that. That was more fun than the Shadowfell, if I'm being honest.
I'm just saying what I'm saying is I'm used to this.
Okay, fair. Let's just be on our guard here.
Is that Grim Lake?
Just completely frozen over by the looks of it. If that is it. Perhaps we should just follow the path.
Frozen, huh?
You sound suspicious.
Just
It
taking
looks like
notes.
ice. It looks like ice. I hope it's ice.
As the three of you start to look around and talk, you realize a little bit, grimacing a little bit, noticing that your voices seems to carry a certain distance, and then you start to lower your voices a little bit and talk mostly inwardly rather than outwardly. There we go. And you start to speak a little lower and a little bit softly. And it doesn't take too long before a voice calls out to you, and you realize this voice is coming from the construction right beside you. And you look to see a dragonborn clad in armor, just looking over the walls and say, "Who in the devils are you? Where did you come from?"
I think the devils here are you, but
We're just passing through.
What do you mean passing through? Who are you? Where did you come from?
Prefer to not say, really.
What? You're alive, right? You know where you are, right?
Yeah. We kind of just teleported here.
Yeah,
blood
most of
still
us are
runs
alive.
through my vein, and we are in the Shadowfel. Yes, we are quite aware.
The guy just looks at the three of you, kinda not sure what to do, and says, "Oh, come inside. We can't let you stay outside like that."
Insight check.
Sure, roll an insight check. Drachdarin.
I don't trust that shit.
Nah,
Neither do
you
I.
should.
I was super worried the second he said come inside.
Come inside so I can eat you.
Mm-hmm. Are you also making an insight check, Kolarys?
Actually, if anything, I'd want to do like an investigation, like see, just how to word this. Basically, see if there's alternate ways multiple ways in and out of this so-called fortress.
Make a perception check then.
Okay.
You
Shit.
do see that this fortress seems to be mostly impenetrable. The only way in and out of it is through, rightfully is through this door right in front of you. Pretty much, there's a door that seems to be the only way in and out. And
So it wouldn't be much of a fortress if it didn't. If it had.
going all around,
entrances.
you can't really see all around from where you are, but you get the sense that all around it is just wall, and the only entrance is here on the front, leading directly towards the lake. Which feels odd because if the lake was not frozen, the only way to reach the fort would be by a boat or a ship, but not by foot. Definitely not by foot. As for you, Drachdarin, you do realize that this guy is incredibly afraid, but it to be doesn't seem to be trying to deceive you.
Okay. Fine, we'll come in for just a short while, but we must be moving.
Very well. Open the gates. There's 3 leaving out there.
Didn't realize they'd set up some kind of fortress on the inside of the Shadowfel. That seems quite strange.
And surely enough, they lower the gates and usher you into the fortress. And when you get inside, you notice that the inside is pretty bare bones. It's mostly just the big walls all around you, closing this space. And this space, what it is, on the edges there's some shacks, some makeshift buildings, which you imagine they don't seem very intricate at all. Drachdarin, your experience with being a mercenary tells you that this is a manner of uh, resting place for guards and some manner of armory where they can, just put in their gear, repair whatever they need, cook food, and other such things. But it doesn't seem like this is a place where people are living. This seems to be just an outpost where they are guarding something. And what it seems like they are guarding is a portal. You see, it's very faint, and there are several armed men and women, dragonborn, all of them, standing near the portal where you can't quite see very well. The portals. You notice that there is a portal because there's a big distortion in the air, um, and there's a very weird sense of warmth that seems to be emanating from from the portal, along with colors that every once in a while seem to be bleeding out just a little bit before they get consumed by the drabness of the Shadowfel. It doesn't take you long, Falkan, to realize that that's a portal to the material plane.
All right, I will mark that down.
And you also, Falkan, realize that right beside the portal, there's a lot of glyphs on the ground, several of which you immediately recognize as abjuration glyphs and conjuration glyphs. But you also notice that some of these conjuration glyphs seems to be that of a teleportation circle.
Hmm.
It doesn't take you long to gather up the idea that this is some manner of outpost that the living have made here in the Shadowfell to stop things from the Shadowfell to going into the material plane. You paranoid bastards.
Hey, look, man.
An easy way out.
Yeah.
And an easy way back, if that is one of those circles that you are so keen on.
They're important to write down.
Well, you best get to studying it then. Make sure you have it locked tight in your memory.
Yeah, just writing it down in a journal.
I just don't want there to be any possibility that we get stuck. That's all.
And the guard that ushered you all from within the gates, he comes down to meet you all in this like central square and says, "What? Where did you teleport from?"
The material plane.
From the material plane, from the real world. What in the devils are you doing here? Why would you come here?
We're looking for a few individuals.
Huh.
Individuals who we know to be in the Shadowfell, who need to be located and dealt with.
That's nonsensical.
They
What?
don't belong here, and if they stay here, they could cause more problems.
Very, very well then. You're civilians. I cannot allow you to be here. You have to go back to the real world immediately.
I would not say that we fall under the category of civilians. Personally, I definitely don't. I mean, do you know what I am?
And he looks at you for a moment. He seems to try and figure it out, and then it seems like some clarity comes to him, and he, uh, oh, you're a, are are you a Koraid?
I am. So I think that puts me a little further than just civilian.
You're smaller than all the other Koraids I've seen.
I keep getting that.
Then again, I
He's
haven't seen a
big to me.
Koraid in years.
Little Drac.
Kolarys, I am going to chokeslam you. Yes,
Don't worry, Drac. You're big to me.
thank you, Falkan. Yes, I am kind of small for one, but it's fine. I'm here on a mission with these two, and we are going to do it regardless.
Right.
Keep going. I think he's warming up to you.
Hmm.
And I nudge Drac.
Well, where are you going then? I suppose we should assist you then. That is, you're here to do what you are here to do.
Are you the one that's in charge of this outpost?
No. Persons in charge are back in the real world.
They don't even leave, like, an officer with you or something? Just stand in here and make sure no one goes through.
Will you answer my question? Please.
We are trying to head to, I guess, what this world's version of Madlenak would be. It's a fair distance away.
Somewhat, yeah. Very well. Well. You should do the following then. You will head out from here, cross the frozen lake. Be very careful whilst doing so, though. Make your way to Kumne. Then you follow south till you reach Madlenak. Don't forget to stick to the roads, though. Definitely don't want to
that.
lose you out there in the fog.
Yeah, I remember that being something that you should do from the last time I was here.
Oh, this is not your first foray into the Shadowfel, then?
No, but I really had hoped it would have been my last one.
Don't we all?
You don't know of any potential landmark level dangers out there between here and there, do you? Things we should probably keep an eye out to avoid.
Think about it. It has been a while where anyone has ventured outside of this post. We have no need to. We're not here to explore, we're here to keep everything out. If I recall correctly, all the way to Kumne shouldn't be anything too bad. Can't be certain of that. Afterwards, it's hard to say. It's a no man's land out there.
I just wanted to see if you had any other information, but understandably, if you're just guards here, you're not doing exploratory crap. I get it. What sort of aid could you provide us outside of, just the direction.
Oh. Nothing? We weren't even aware that you were coming.
So no one else has come through here either?
No. We don't come to the Shadowfel. Why would
They
anyone...
didn't, but now they have, which is why we're here.
What?
Yeah, kind of serious business, isn't it?
What are you saying?
There's two
Basically,
people.
we're following people here.
Well, I don't know who these people that you're following here are, where gone to, and we're here just to protect this place. Most we can do is offer you a safe haven. You found yourselves back here. And of course, if you're still alive. Other than that, you shouldn't even be here. In the Shadowfel, that is.
Trust me, I know. I agree. However, our work has led us here, to this point. So as long as you let our wizard copy down, if you have a teleportation circle handy, if you let him copy that down, it's probably all we'll need.
Very well then. Suit yourselves.
Has been in the process of doing that this whole time.
And then he kind of just looks at the three of you and mostly just lets you be. And all the other guards, all of them clad in armor and other such things, they all just keep looking at you all kind of from a distance, still trying to figure out what the hell is up with you guys. But nobody seems to come to interact with you in any which way. And you get the sense that the people from this place, they're very unaccustomed to seeing new people,
That's fair.
especially those that don't come from through the portal. And everyone seems a
Yeah.
little bit apathetic. You don't know how long these people have been stationed here, but you can't imagine that being posted here does wonders for the psyche.
I turn to Kolarys and I just go, you know, being put on guard duty used to be a punishment. So being put on guard duty in a realm made of ghosts and shadows must be like the worst punishment. Could you imagine just standing here looking at Grey for just hours?
Yeah, it's gotta be horrendously boring.
You done with your little drawing?
Oh, yeah, I've been done. I'm just kind of standing here pretending like I'm writing something.
You are so smarmy.
I don't want
He's
to
probably figuring out how to telefrag more people.
With cows?
Shh.
Yeah. You tell me how that's coming along.
Give me time.
So, Falkan, while you're there, just pretending that you're writing stuff in your book, one of the people stationed here at this fort, a female dragonborn. She looks a little bit short. She comes over to you, looks you up and down, says, "Oh, fancy meeting you here. You're a newcomer. They don't last very long in here. But welcome nonetheless to the bloody Shadowfel. I hope you like your
I
stay.
appreciate. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Are you a first timer?
Maybe.
Well, then if you're going out there, you're going to need some holy water. And I can procure you some. If you're interested.
The holy one. Sure.
Alright. I see that you're going to do alright out there, because you got the brains to make smart decisions like getting my holy water grenades. So, here's how much I have. And she pulls out a satchel, opens it up, and shows several flasks with some manner of liquid, and you see that they're kind of embellished with some holy symbols on the outside, and otherwise they look they look legit. And then she closes her satchel and says, 200 gold crowns a pop. So how many are you taking?
Kolarys.
We're being scammed.
Scammed? What? Why would I scam anyone?
Okay, that's a statement. That being said, why do you have a bunch of I'm sorry, did you call them grenades? I'm sorry. Are you holding on to holy hand grenades?
Well, water grenades? These are not.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're not quite grenades. They're not gonna do any fancy explosion whenever they hit something. They're just gonna splash holy water on them. But you see,
So
that's...
they're not holy hand grenades.
Water balloons.
Nay, that ain't. But they are going to damage the undead. And you know, we being here posted into the bloody Shadowfel and needing to protect this place, it is customary for us to hold on to a fill, because you never know when it's going to be useful. But if you're going out there, I wouldn't mind telling you some. We haven't seen any kind of action in quite a while, to be fair. So, how many are you taking?
200 each. Ow.
I don't think we have the money for that kind of thing.
I think it's quite a gouge on a set of adventurers who are just trying to do some noble good.
Noble good. Here, in the Shadowfel.
Noble. Nice one.
I'm picking up on it. Yeah. There's some extremely bad people here we're trying to find. Well, one extremely bad person, one on the fence.
Well, I don't know about that. I've seen many noble person, or so-called nobles, coming to the Shadowfell to do any sort of noble good deeds, just to find themselves murdered.
Tell me who and we'll buy one.
Are you clergy?
No, I'm not, darling. What makes you think
Where
so?
did you get where did you get the holy water?
Well, they give us
Poked holes in it.
on the material plane whenever we go back there.
They give you enough.
Of course, they make sure that we have enough armaments to protect ourselves in here. It just happened to make a few of them vanish, and then, you know.
Right.
So you're trying to
what
profit
is it
off
called?
of, your job.
Look, I don't want to spend the rest of my life in here. I want to retire and go elsewhere, somewhere where I can actually see the fucking sun. I would like to not be in the Shadowfell, and I can't do that on a meager wage as a soldier.
You ever thought about just taking a vacation day or something?
Are you gonna buy this or not?
You said you saw nobles come through.
I didn't see nobles come through. I said that they have come through before. People with noble ambitions.
And it's
Okay,
noble ambitions.
I hope she's giving us no bowl.
Hey, which actually reminds me, have you seen this tall dragonborn lady? Kind of looks like a bitch come through. Has the big staff. What?
Does she look like a bitch?
That looks like a bitch.
I'm sorry.
Could you describe her a little bit better, please? Because, you know, a tall dragonborn lady bitch could very well be Samnia or Jenica.
I'm very concerned that you know multiple women who fit this category
They
have
would-
come through here.
She would have to have a very creepy staff with her as well. That should limit the pool.
Hmm. Well,
We'll
Oh,
buy one. We'll buy one if you tell us.
all right. Saminia doesn't have a staff. Uh, Jenica does have a staff, but what with her of
Okay.
righteousness, it's probably stuck Alder up in her ass.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone remember what Uxian looks like? Anybody? Because I don't remember her description. Was she
Just
cold?
describe Lady Ulxian for her, but not say her name.
Yeah. Just describe her.
No, that no, I don't. I don't think I've seen anyone like that come through here. Even, not at all.
Okay. Maybe a black dragonborn. Kind of looks like me-ish, sort of.
Well, there are many Black Dragonborn that have come here, but none that look like you.
This one would have been
Audible fuck under his breath.
this one would have been a wizardy sort as well.
They're both wizardy sorts.
I think most people who come to the Shadowfel may be wizards now. I think about it.
Just wiggle my fingers at Falcon.
Come on.
Wizardy.
What are you doing with those? Don't touch me with those.
Just hang them closer without touching them.
Stop that.
What my
You're
impetuous,
irritating me.
what my impetuous friends are trying to say is we're looking for wizards, dangerous ones.
Well,
I don't necessarily know if we're going to need holy water to deal with them.
We might need to
Especially
deal
not
with
for-
things on the way, though.
Well, for 200 gold, you barely have that.
however, you did say that you would get one if I told you. And I
I
did
did
tell you.
promise. How much platinum is that? 20 platinum?
It sure is.
And there's the money.
Oh, good.
Wow. You, my darling, are making excellent business. You're not going to find yourself dead nearly as fast as you would have otherwise. And she hands you a holy water flask thing. And you hand to her 20 platinum pieces, I imagine.
Yep.
Alright.
You're gonna hate yourself, Kolarys.
I already hate myself.
That's a mood.
I'll just turn and I'll put one arm around Kolarys' shoulders and just kind of lean down a little bit and be like, next time, maybe haggle a little bit.
We were haggling for information.
Well, you should haggle for reducing prices before information. Because that was a lot of money for one thing. What if that's just normal water?
It's probably normal water.
Yeah, so Falcon, you've got your teleporting circle drawn, yes? Ready to go whenever we need
it's
it?
drawn. Still
Cool.
drawn. Still standing here pretending that I'm writing down.
Okay, cool. Let's not waste any time. The longer we're in here, the worse things are probably gonna get.
So
Head back,
you all
follow the
depart.
path.
Alright, so you're departing Grim Lake then. By the way, while the whole lake is called Grim Lake, they also do call this fort Grim Lake.
How wildly confusing.
Oh, mostly because, like they said, they're not sending anyone out, so the only thing that they need to know is that there's a portal in Grim Lake on the Shadowfell. That's it. Grim Lake,
That works.
which stands on Grim Lake. So, you're marching toward, following the path eastwards, right?
That is the goal.
If your geographic memory serves you right, that would lead you towards the city of Tydek.
Or whatever it is here.
Whatever it is in here. So, going over there will take you several many hours, as you can see. 32 hours between Grim Lake and Tydek. But I imagine that you're just going to get to walking, right?
No better time like the present.
All right.
No
So,
present better time to like.
what?
I'm keeping an eye out for undead.
I'm keeping an eye out for anything that is the. So this is a frozen lake we're walking across,
Yes.
right?
The path.
Is the ice transparent-ish or is it opaque?
Would you like to look down and see?
I would love to know if there's stuff beneath us.
Of course. So, there is snow on top of the lake, and then you get a little bit closer down to, pat the snow away. But when you do, you realize that this is not snow; it's ash.
Ooh,
Know what you're seeing through that.
And
we'll
then
just
you
wipe.
Yeah, you keep wiping the ash, pushing it away. Then you get a little bit of a scare, Drachdarin, because you see a face pressed against the underside of the ice.
Oh fuck!
But then you notice that this face is completely immobile and it's not attached to a body. It seems to just be a head. Then
Okay.
you start going a little bit further to the side and just clearing more ash to get a better look. And it starts to get disturbing the further along you go because you keep finding more and more faces. It seems like you're sitting on top of a lake of faces, but the further along you go, the bigger the faces get. It gets to a point where you brush away some of the ash and you're standing on top of just the eye. The entirety of your body is just the eye of this giant face underneath.
Yep.
I didn't see that coming.
It's official. I hate this.
I
Don't.
hate this.
Don't. Ugh.
It's my coping mechanism for how terrified I am right now.
Understandable. Let's not do that. Hopefully none of them animate.
Now I'm just holding that holy hand grenade. Just keeping an eye down.
So, you keep on trudging through the lake, and you realize that the lake is enormous. And at some point, you just stop brushing away the ash, or do you?
No, I stop. It's I've seen enough for now.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
every like 1,000 feet kind of thing. I might try and make a little hole to see if it's the same thing or.
Mm-hmm. At some point, you do keep brushing away and looking into certain patches of the snow, and at some point, you do see what appears to be a hole. But then, when you try to get a better angle at it and looking, you notice that this hole that isn't quite like a hole is like a crevasse. You realize that it's just the tiny space between two lips, and you can see the glint of a rotting tooth within.
Ugh.
And you realize that this mouth is ridiculously huge. The entirety of this mouth, you you estimate is around like 60 feet wide.
Yikes!
I don't like being right above this, by the way.
It's not humanoid looking. Have most of them been non-humanoid looking or?
It is very humanoid looking. Most of these faces are. They look like some look like Dragonborn, some look like Symphidine, some look human-ish. They're all humanoid, and some of them have more flesh in them. Some of them are mostly just the skull. And it's varying, but it's still you realize that you're walking onto a sea of faces.
Yep, very much don't like that.
At some point, though, as you keep on walking, I need all three of you to roll a d20
Oh boy.
to see who gets targeted by this.
Oh no.
I don't know if low or high is good, so
I can't tell. You don't know.
All right, Spacey, or sorry, Falkan, you rolled
Oh.
you rolled the lowest. I need
Huh?
you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh God.
Great.
it would have been better if I was targeted. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Inspiration?
I forgot. What am I getting hit with again?
You don't know yet.
Oh yeah.
You don't. You
Uh,
don't know.
actually- As you're walking through the lake, there is a shaking and a rumbling
good.
underneath you, and you see that the
Bloody knew it.
the ice breaks apart as something very sharp and metallic comes upwards, almost as if trying to skewer you, Falcon.
Nope.
That is what is happening. Are you
Nope, don't
going
like it.
to
Oh,
reroll that?
lovely. Sure. Okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nice. Nice.
Oh no.
I didn't think it was possible to do worse than that.
I'm terribly sorry, Falcon, but you are kind of skewered by something.
Oh no.
And this something just seems to, as it skewers through you and tries to, you see a gigantic pike coming out of the ice. It seems to skewer your leg and then lift you up off of the ground, and you get, it's ridiculously painful to be lifted up by your thigh.
Ow.
And then when you're pulled back down, you try to grab onto the ice around you, as the pike just pulls through, coming out of you, out of your thigh, and back down into the frigid hole down below, but not, without leaving you bleeding profusely. So
Lovely.
you're suffering 13 points of piercing damage
Oh.
Fucking.
from that. By the way, you are prone, and all of you notice that the ice around you starts to crack as there seems to be stings coming out of it.
Back, pick him up. We need to go.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm gonna run back and scoop up the Falcon into my arms and start running. Like, yeah, I know, we can fix it later. Just hug me or something.
Okay, are you running then?
Sprinting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I need you all to roll initiative just to see if you do happen to go before the things.
Oh God.
Okay.
How do I not click on the yellow team marker in this case?
Oh, sorry.
There's no active combat
There we
encounter.
go.
Ba-ba-da, you should be seeing a battle map.
Oh yeah, I sure do.
It's loading on my end.
Why did it roll 2 initiatives for what? I clicked it once and it rolled twice.
Oh, sorry.
It did.
Yeah. It's because I had put you guys on the battle map before that. Okay, so Drac, I'm gonna remove that previous initiative of yours and leave just the other one. Actually, that was the correct one on the map. But in any case, I'm gonna leave it there because Kolarys and Drachdarin gets to go first. Falcon, you are going after these 2 giant skeletons that break out of the ice. So, Kolarys, you do happen to be up first. What are you doing as you see these skeletons breaking their way out of the ice?
How far out of the ice are they?
Completely, at this point.
Oh. Well, I bought it. If it's if it's a thing.
You're doing what?
Wait, who has it though? The
Holy water.
holy
hand
water.
grenade?
You bought it, so
You
Hey.
bought it. You have it.
You should have it.
I don't think I added it to my inventory.
Yeah, it's gonna get thrown right now anyway.
I'm throwing it right now, anyways.
Oh wow, already.
They're skeletons. It's a
They're
good enough choice.
skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
If it's actually holy water, we've got a man prone and two giant fucking skeletons. It's might as well.
Yeah.
So, you are going eastward. Well, past this big boy here. And you're
Oh,
throwing
God.
your flask of water onto him, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So go ahead and make a dexterity check. Technically, it's a ranged attack roll, but with an improvised weapon, and I don't believe you are proficient with improvised weapons.
I don't think so.
So make a dexterity check. On your character sheet, at the very top, you just click on your dexterity thing. Oh, wow! Even without your proficiency bonus, you do beat this creature's armor class.
Nice.
So I would like you to go ahead and roll 3d12. That's the damage.
Oh shit.
Alright. The creature suffers 16 points of radiant. Oh shit.
Well, it was actually holy water then.
16, not 143.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I mistyped. Okay, you threw it at the creature and it seems to definitely not have liked the thing that has happened. So, yeah. It's not happy. That was your action to throw the thing. What else are you doing?
Oh man, what else would I do? I can't ready anything.
Yeah, that was your action.
You know what? I'll just end my turn. That's fine.
Okay. Drachdarin, Malakas, what are you doing?
I am wondering if I need to make a wisdom save at all. It's the undead.
Sure. Make a wisdom save. The DC is 10. Do not get frightened.
God damn it, this never works.
You have inspiration to be there.
Yeah.
Besides,
I guess I'll use it for this.
besides,
Kinda
you
need
cannot
it.
move any which way because
Yeah.
they're flanking you. So whichever way you're moving closer to them. Oh, look at that! You make it. You grip yourself. You'll steel yourself to, focus on Falkan, who has a bleedy leg, instead of focusing on this primal fear that you have.
I'm going to avert my eyes from those things, and I'm going to reach down to scoop Falcon up because I'm like twice as big as him, and I should be able to pick him up pretty easily. And I look at Kolarys like, are we just running? Do we want to run?
We should run.
We should probably run. Yeah, I'm gonna start carrying the wizard.
Okay. Just to recall, the ice is difficult terrain, so you can only move half your speed.
That is okay.
But you're
Is it gonna
pretty.
be my...
You're just picking up Falkan and running, right?
That's my initial goal right now.
All right. So I need you to go ahead and make an athletics check to see if you are able to start to outrun the giant skellies. Would you look at that? Neither of them are proficient with athletics.
Thank goodness. What? Oh! Ah!
Don't you still beat them with your proficiency, though?
That is with all of my stuff. I have a plus 10.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, if you have the same roll, is what I mean.
Yes. In this case, you do manage to beat them.
Yeah, no panicky.
Look at that.
I'm panicking.
They're not even able to catch up to you. At some point, Drachdarin, you realize that instead of trying to run, slip and slide through the ice, you realize that it's easier if you just kneel down, kind of like laying flat on the ice with your whole body, and just burrow your claws into the ice and push yourself, and just slide away.
I do have very sharp claws now. Kolarys, hop on!
Yeah. I'll hop on if I need to do an athletics check or something.
Just in acrobatics. Just see.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I mean you should be good at that.
I should be okay at that. Oh, I'm amazing at that. Okay, cool.
All right.
Plus 12. Oh my god.
So, as you see Drachdarin plan to, just slide away, you jump on top of him, and when he finally does the push, you kind of throw yourself forward, so the momentum throws you back again, so you manage to maintain your balance instead of, slipping off. And you manage to, surf this this gigantic dragonborn beneath you. And pretty much, Drachdarin, you just keep on, using your claws to just keep pushing yourself forward, building a lot of momentum. Mostly getting out of the reach of these two giant skeletons before they even have a chance to do anything regarding you guys.
I'm not sticking near that. I hate skeletons. I'm not interested. We're leaving.
And lo and behold, you do. You leave. You manage to sleep and slide incredibly far away from them. At which point, they are easily left behind and you just slide back into safety. However, in doing so, you also realize that you can indeed cover a lot more ground sliding around the ice instead of walking, if you were to choose to keep on doing that.
I mean, the other two seem like they're doing fine on my back. Kolarys, you should probably make sure he stops bleeding.
We really have to stop going on dates like this.
Come on, what would you prefer? Something like dinner and a show at a theater or something? This is way better.
I mean, waking up in my own blood is nice and all, but sometimes
I'll try to
some
like
panna cotta.
stop the bleeding and stop. At least seal the wounds.
I've told you before that bleeding builds character. You have plenty to spare in you.
I think I have a little too much character by now.
Yeah, I guess some might not disagree.
So, Kolarys, you start to patch up Falkan here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You do easily stop the bleeding. However, thankfully it doesn't seem to have done any bad kind of damage. And aside from, being a puncture wound, it's still not as bad as it looked like when he was first struck by it. The kind of stuff that just a short rest will get fixed. Problem is,
Looks like You'll be okay. It probably feels worse than it is. Are we allowed to do short rests while riding Drac?
Probably not.
Absolutely not.
Just because you have a mount doesn't mean you can chill out.
If it was a wagon, a carriage, or something like that, then you probably would be able to, but not in this case. No, no, sorry. So
I'm gonna need some wood planks and a large plank, and we can make a sled.
Oh shit! I forgot to do something before we came in here.
Actually, I wonder if
Damn
we
it.
have shit like that.
I don't have any in the bag of holding.
We don't have anything to make like an actual platform, but we have a lot of the other shit,
Lots
like
of rope.
rope and string and.
are you trying to
The DM,
to put
DM's just like, are you guys actually trying to make a makeshift sled just so he can have a short rest? I'm like, yes, I want to see if we can do this.
I mean, if there's like any woods around on the other side of the lake, but we are in the middle of a lake.
the short
Double-sized bedroll. We could take a bedroll, tie some rope, and just attach the rope with some string and kind of weave it, and we could just drag him along the ice and he could just sleep.
that is a half valid idea. I'll concede that.
I like it.
But then again, depending on how big the lake is, he probably wouldn't even be able to rest long enough to get us even a short rest.
We'll probably get across it.
Yeah, let's just finish getting across.
So, are you doing this?
Let's just
No.
focus on skedoodling across the lake.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd rather not die.
Eventually, as you keep slip and sliding your way, it starts to get a little bit trickier to do that because the amount of ash starts to become, too thick for you to be able to slide across it, because you're not able to make contact with the ice underneath nearly as easily, and that's the point you imagine you have to stand up and walk. And when you stand up and walk a little bit further, you realize that, now we're onto firm land. We're outside of the lake. Out of Grim Lake, at least.
Well, that was not as bad as it could have been.
As you keep
To the
walking,
water balloon. I kind of freaked out.
It worked.
It was holy water. It was all of our money, but it was holy water.
Well, money spent saving your life is money well spent.
We'll work on getting that money back later.
Okay. A tear just rolls down his
Oh.
face.
Let us all have a moment of silence for your destroyed wallet.
So, as you keep on walking, you realize that you are completely out of Grim Lake, but also you know in your geography a little bit well. You know that Grim Lake kind of branches into a short river that then leads to Beacon Lake. Beacon, not Bacon. And as you start walking on, you realize that the area surrounding Beacon Lake, it's not snowy or as chilly as it was in Grim Lake. So the lake is fully there, and it's actually water. It's incredibly dark, incredibly murky, and ridiculously foggy.
Let's not tempt fate. Just don't go near the edge of the water. We'll just hope that we don't have to go too close.
So, as you walk a little bit more, uh, or a little bit more, 4 more hours, you realize that you have been walking for the best portion of the day, and it's starting to get close to 6 in the afternoon. However, it's pretty much impossible to tell the passage of time. There's there's no movement in the sun whatsoever, in the sky whatsoever, as far as light goes. And when you look back down towards your shadows, it seems to have moved to a completely different direction just by you not looking at shadows for a while. But overall, the shadows that you are casting is minimal. It's confusing. It's disorientating. If you didn't have a road to follow, you think that you would probably get lost. Except for other landmarks here and there. And speaking of landmarks, as you start to go along down this path and start to think that it might be a good idea to start looking for somewhere to hunker down for a moment, you do see a tower along the path.
Well, the last building we spotted was good for us.
Yes, but the last thing we spotted was also manned by people from, the real world, and they said they don't come out here.
So the real test is if it's inhabited or not.
Well, I'll let you in on a little tidbit. When I was in the Shadowfel last, we almost got eaten by a lighthouse. Or a windmill, rather. It had, teeth. So,
Kolarys makes a cross with his fingers and holds it at the tower.
yeah. Anything is possible here. Let's just cautiously approach. I kind of wish we had a spyglass or something to be able to see from far away.
Didn't you have detect magic, Falcon?
Hmm?
I don't
Oh
know,
yeah, I can.
Only works within 30 feet.
Yes, but
Only
we're
works within
slowly
30 feet.
approaching.
Is there any, rampart or anything with figures at all on this tower?
It seems remarkably bland from the outside. It looks just like a lookout tower. Except that it's circular and built of stone.
Yeah, alright, while you carry me, I'll start ritual casting detect magic.
It'll take you 1 hour. And you're, just a few minutes away from this tower.
An hour?
Yeah, to cast something ritually, it takes an hour.
Oh, that only took was it an action?
No, it's an hour plus the casting time.
Oh,
What do you need for that spell?
Yeah, you can either wait an hour to ritually cast it, or use one of your spell slots. If you have it prepared, that is.
You also still need to take that light rest so you can use your wizard thing to recover the spell slot anyway.
Well, if we have been going all day, perhaps we just spend the quote-unquote night here.
That's true, too.
If this is safe. My torso hurts from being a sled, so I would kind of...
But it
prefer
makes your abs so tight.
It was a good workout, I guess. How do you know? I am covered head to toe in armor.
I've seen you without it.
Okay, fair. Is there a door on this tower?
Yes, there is an entrance, and there is a doorway with a wooden door in it.
Closed?
It's Rapunzel's tower, no door.
It seems to be closed, yeah. Yes.
I'm going to go up and
Slam it in with your giant fist.
just knock a couple times. Which probably does sound like someone is hammering a sledgehammer into the door because my fist is the size of Kolarys' torso.
Kind of.
That's kind of hot.
You know you
However,
like it.
however, no matter how much you knock on the door, no response comes from within.
Okay, now punch the door in.
No. I just try and open the door.
All right, the door easily opens.
Don't have to punch everything.
Don't even have to lockpick it. Damn.
I know, but I didn't even have to punch it, so everyone is disappointed.
Poor wizardy boy. I'll help our injured.
Is there any light on the inside?
No, there is no light
Using
whatsoever.
my dark vision,
Mhm.
can I see around? Is
Sure.
it normal stonework on the inside, or is it flesh like the last time I was here?
It is normal stonework on the inside. You can see pretty well the entirety of the tower, the inside of the tower. It is a circular tower. There seems to be a circular staircase going up. There's nothing going down below, so there's no undergrounds, it would seem. The inside is very barren. There's literally nothing except for the staircase going up, and following the walls up along the staircase, there seems to be a series of portraits going up the tower.
Hey, I'm sorry, but not to be that guy, but I'm looking in my player's handbook. It says I only need 10 minutes to cast a ritual spell.
Oh, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, because my first thought was like 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry, I
okay.
was mistaken then.
I wasn't going to try to incorrect a DM.
I just feel bad doing it.
No, it's all right. You're keeping me honest because there's so many
Also,
rules
I
to
don't have dark
remember.
vision. I need the lantern in
real.
there.
There's
That's
too
totally
many
fair.
rules.
Wizard rules are like literally spread across like 6 different books at this
Yeah,
point.
it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Because there is, we're playing D&D with all of its rules, and then we have the Wizard add-on, which is a whole other game, plopped on top of D&D. With more rules.
So you can telefrag people with leather belts.
So if
Okay,
you would have been able to, while Drachdarin is slowly and very methodically investigating the tower, you would have been able to cast Detect Magic ritually.
Alright.
When you do so, you do perceive that there is magic in this tower, yes.
Oh dear.
What are the other details? Oh dear. The other details of Detect Magic again?
You learn what school it's from, I believe.
It's cool.
Yep.
Why
What
would
school of magic?
I can learn the school of magic that it is from.
it seems to be an aura of enchantment going on,
Ooh.
but also
Enchanting.
conjuration.
Hmm.
So either a curse or summoning. Wait, did you say transmutation too?
Yeah, transmutation. Like entirety in the whole way up towards the tower, you just feel a heavy aura of enchantment. But at the very top of the tower, you also feel a conjuration and transmutation aura of magic.
It's gonna relay all this information to them.
And something else that I'm not sure if it is or is an evocation, but I don't think it is. I think it's conjuration.
You don't think it is? Evocation generally is shit that kills people, so that would be a good one to know.
Yeah, evocation is it's kind of a nasty one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is evocation as it happens.
Okay. Great. Good
Great.
to know.
At the very top is an aura of evocation, conjuration, and transmutation.
So there's magic everywhere here.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
what Falkan is perceiving and relaying to you all. But visually, the only thing you see is the circular staircase going up. You can't see what's on the top, obviously, because you're down.
And I can't see anything because I don't have dark vision.
You need torches. And
We have a hooded lantern. I'm going to pull that out.
or
It's
like,
There you
not
go.
pitch black for you if you don't have dark vision.
absolutely pitch black.
I
Well-
mean, yeah, we're in a tower with no light sources
Except for a little bit of light that comes in from the open door.
on the door. Yeah, but
Oh.
That's why I'm pulling out my lantern. My
we're
poor
just-
eyes.
Falcon and Drac
Oh.
are just looking around like, mm-hmm.
On top of that, also now that you pull out your lamp and cast some lights on inside the tower, you do see that all the way on the very top there seems to be a little bit of light coming through the cracks of what appears to be one of those or on the ground doors, whatever those are called again, trapdoors that leads into the top of the tower. There's a little bit of light coming in through the cracks, and the circular stairwell with portraits on the walls going up.
Hey, look, guys, there's portraits.
Yeah, we can
He
see them.
said-
Oh, you can't see in the dark, can you?
No.
I'm so sorry. Falcon, what do you make of this place?
Well, it's possible that there's a summoning upstairs, some sort of enchantment, and possibly a spell that can blow our heads off.
Cool. Do we want to just camp it out down here, or
We should probably see what it is.
Yeah, do we want to try and scope the place out first? Make sure we are the only ones here.
Wouldn't it be a bad idea to make sure we're safe?
I can't
Alright.
sneak up there.
Well, if something is, as Falcon says, going to try and blow your head off, I think mine's a little, tougher than yours.
Can you even fit up that staircase?
That's actually a really good question. How big are these stairs?
They're medium creature sized, so you're on the brink
Drachdarin?
on the brink of not being able to really walk your way up through it. It almost looks like you're shimmying along the wall.
Yeah, maybe you should do it, Kolarys.
That's what I thought.
am not realizing how big I am once more.
I just pat his kneecap. There. Little Drac.
Give him a playful shove on the back, which is more like a really firm shove.
I'll just use that to boost my way up the first few steps and start working up the staircase.
All right,
I think
Kolarys.
he's gonna die.
I'll give him one flight of stairs, like one level up before he explodes.
You start going up the stairs, and it isn't very long up until the top of the tower. It's about some 50 feet of height. It's not that tall. You're going on with your lantern, I imagine, right?
I mean, I'll have to.
Sure.
At least until I reach the trapdoor.
So, as you're going on, you're being very careful of where you're stepping. There doesn't seem to be anything weird alongside the staircases. Like none of them are broken or in bad condition or anything. It seems very solidly built. And as you start to go up, you kind of whip around just to see the height that you have gone up, because the center of the tower is, while there's like supporting pillars, there is a hole. You can see the very bottom, and you can see very faintly Drac and Falkan down there looking up at you as you keep on going. And when you whip back to look at the rest of the staircase, you catch a glimpse of one of the portraits on the wall, and it seems to be you.
Oh, no, I don't like this. Kolarys is kind of wordless, but also taking steps back from the portrait, because that's not good.
Sure. You take a couple steps back from the portrait, and then you stop yourself as you see that you're on the very edge of the stairs, and you don't want to fall down. And then you take a better you firm your footing a little bit better. And then you look back up your way, and you now pay a little bit more attention to the other portraits, and you see that all of them are portraits of you, all of them different. Would you like to look a little bit closer at those portraits?
I'm actually going to yell down, guys, what do you see in the portraits?
I'll take a walk over and look into the one that's closest to the bottom floor.
It seems to be a portrait of you, Drachdarin. You don't see all the way up because it is a portrait of you. The next one is also a portrait of you, and they keep on going up the wall. But at some point, they're just too far away for you to be able to make details. But
Can I?
go on.
Oh, sorry. Can I try and understand what kind of spell this is, or magic this is?
Sure, make an Arcana check. I'm gonna say this is a DC 20. Oh boy.
All right.
This seems to be some sort of enchantment magic. That seems to be the aura that you get, and it seems like these portraits are showing you something personal to you. I'm not entirely sure what's behind that, but that's the vibe you get, the general vibe you get.
I just see myself, Kolarys. What? Wait.
Yeah,
why?
that's the problem.
What do you see?
I see myself.
All right, well.
Falkan,
Yeah.
what do you, Mr. Wizard Boy?
Hmm.
What is this?
It's an enchantment. Honestly, I'd advise you don't look any further.
Ugh, okay. I'm going to avert my eyes from the portraits and continue up the stairs.
All right.
Drac is still kind of looking at the one that he was looking at.
So, Kolarys, you keep on averting your eyes from the wall, looking exclusively at the stairs and at your lantern and at the hole in the middle, trying your best not to look at the portraits until you make your way all the way to the top. It's hard not to catch a glimpse of yourself in these portraits every once in a while, as you have to keep looking up to see exactly where you're going, but you pretty much avert your eyes and don't look at in the portraits at all. You, on the other hand, Drachdarin, you are looking at the first portrait, and it seems to show you, in a conquest. It seems to be one of your first campaigns when you became a mercenary, and it shows you, in a somewhat memorable moment in your life when you exacted a victory against your enemies.
That was a long time ago.
And you just catch a glimpse of the next portrait, and it seems to depict a different scene.
I am not going to go up these stairs because I'm not trying my luck with stairs that I can't fit on, but I'm just gonna back off and look at Falkan. I did say this place was all psychologically weird, didn't I?
Then why are you looking?
Just, checking, making sure.
Don't hurt yourself. I don't have to want to take your eyes.
I really definitely prefer that you don't do that.
You gotta be careful around magic.
Oh, trust me. I'm very well aware at this point. The amount of times I've been hit with a lightning bolt. Uncountable.
It would shock you.
You keep your puns to yourself up there.
So, Kolarys, you reach the trapdoor. It is closed, but it doesn't. As you're looking at it, it doesn't seem to have any locks in it. What do you do?
And there's some light peeking through it, right?
Yeah, it's some light from outside, from up above, peeking through.
Okay, I'm gonna dim and put away the lantern, and then peek through. Open it enough that I can peek through.
All right. You peek through and you see that it's just a the top of the tower. There's just a platform there, and the circular top of the tower. Uh, there seems to be some manner of canopy on top of it, or whatever those are called, like a roof top of the tower to keep this area a little bit more secure. But also, you realize that in the center of this area of the tower, there seems to be a chair and a body in there, one sitting on the chair.
Does it look alive?
It's hard to tell because you can only peek and see the legs.
Damn it. Oh, what do I do at this point?
Finding anything up there? Awfully quiet.
Eh, I'll open it enough that I can get a good view of the chair's occupant.
Sure, you open it enough that you can see that whoever is sitting on this chair once was a dragonborn, and now it's just a skeleton. However,
All right,
the head is the only part that is not covered in clothing or armor that allows you to see the true skeletal visage of this once person.
I'll open the hatch and then yell down, "There's a skeleton up here!"
Oh, I hate skeletons. Falkan, do you want to go up and make sure that he's safe? I can watch down here.
Yeah, I might as well. Let me just limp my way up.
Oh, you're fine. Come on. Pat him on the back. Pretty hard.
Can't you fly?
In a small tower.
He's fine. Just let him use the stairs. Again, it builds character.
I'm gonna wait patiently while he slowly, weakly, lamely limps his way up the stairs.
Not that slow.
Limping at 30, feet per 6 seconds. It's fine.
I swear I will curse you.
But eventually, the two of you find yourselves at the top of the tower, Falkan and Kolarys. And like I said, there's just the circular top of the tower, a canopy on top of it, like a roof, and you can look around and you see that the sides are open, and you can look the whole area around yourselves. You can see a little bit of the lake. Too far away becomes too foggy, and you just can't see anything anymore because it's too distant. But otherwise, you can see that the whole area around you seems mostly quiet and chill. And here at the top of the tower, there's just this chair with this skeleton, this once dragonborn sitting on top of it, who seems to be hugging a satchel, a backpack of some kind, where you sense several magical auras coming from. Falkan.
A backpack?
Should we take it?
Yeah.
It could be dangerous.
That's what I have Mage Hand for.
Exactly. And
I'm
I'll
gonna
do
use-
just that.
Are you mage handing it, Falkan?
Yes.
All
I
right.
Mage Hand slap his Mage Hand away and go for it.
What? No. I punch your mage hand with my mage hand.
Oh my god.
Oh no, not that hot mage hand on mage hand action.
Oh man. Invisible slappy.
Like to imagine they make ectoplasmic schlorps.
Ugh.
But yeah, as your two spectral hands keep slapping one another all the way this 10 feet until it gets to the body, and then both of them starts pawing at the backpack and just, pulling to different sides. And the contents of the backpack spills on the ground. The skeleton just falls to the side and completely gets, torn apart in several pieces as the skull rolls off into a different direction. But nothing seems to explode, thankfully.
That's good.
The contents of the backpack that spill on the floor seems to be a bunch of things. These The skeleton seems to be wearing some manner of holy symbol. If you would like, you can roll a religion check. Get a sense of what that might be.
Religion.
Let me. Where is it? There we go.
You seem to recall and recognize from this short time you have been here, Falkan, uh, an old religious order from the period of the Draconic Wars. Uh, the one religion then, before the Almighties came and started exacting their influence around and showing themselves to be mightier than the Holy Dragon. But this seems to have been, at some point in time, a dragon priest. Now mostly defunct religion. See that this holy symbol seems to almost look like it's a flame, it's catching on fire. But you realize that as the skeleton falls to the side, this fire is not incinerating the clothes. And you sense that it's some manner of magical fire, whereupon you sense an aura of evocation coming from.
Well, time to start identifying.
I ain't touching that thing. It's on fire.
In a few moments, several moments, Falkan, you will identify that is just a item enchanted with continual flame.
Oh. That could make a nice torch.
Very much, yeah. You do find what appears to be a small satchel, like a little bag, amongst this person's possessions. A what? Oh no!
Hey, Spacey.
Ah,
Pick up the torch thing and put it on your breast and see if it makes sound when undead are nearby.
Is he Frodo now?
No, Silent Hill.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll pick up the item of emit flame, but what's in the satchel?
the little satchel, you don't quite know what it is in yet, unless you're looking. But let me finish describing the items. There's this little bag, little satchel, this gray bag. There's a scroll. I was getting confused because I thought I had written down a parenthesis, but it's just a very crooked eye. It's a scroll of mirror image. A wizard spell.
Oh.
There seems to be a potion, a book that doesn't seem enchanted at all. It's just a book of this order of the Holy Dragon. Apparently, this dragon priest was very keen on its religion and carried around a book with him. And lastly, you find a little bag full of platinum coins.
Ooh. How many?
You do find 200 platinum crowns.
I'll take it.
You son of a bitch.
What?
You come, says the guy that uses infinite creating liquids to make mayonnaise.
I'm starting to think that this was the reason you were over encumbered, so I'm just going to hold on to it.
Okay.
Do you want the item of continual flame?
I want to put it on my breastplate here, like, just have a light whenever I need it. Because I'm the only one without dark vision.
This little amulet is a holy symbol of this defunct religion, and it looks like it's catching fire all the time, but the fire doesn't hurt nor harms you or sets anything ablaze. It's just mostly a visual effect.
Alright, sure. I hand that to Kolarys.
But it does emit a lot of light. which is good.
Always.
And
Just put it
as,
away when you're not using it.
as you
Damn
pass it around, you do notice that if you completely cover the amulet with your hands, the fire dwindles down and then it stops emitting light. But when you let go of it and uncover the fires, it catches on again. So yeah, so long as you cover it, it will turn off.
I'll just put it in my bag.
All right. And those are the things you find. A holy symbol with enchanted with continual flame, a gray bag, a scroll of mirror image, a potion of a potion.
A potion we have to identify. Yeah.
Well, I will identify it.
Sure.
Here we go again.
In 10 minutes, you will find that it's a potion of climbing.
Climbing.
Oh.
I believe it gives
You hold on to that.
I believe it gives you climbing speed for 1 hour.
All right, I'll just add that. What do you mean? You don't need any help climbing.
No, I have other things, and something I haven't had the opportunity to use yet.
Oh wait, it's for strength checks. Ugh.
Gross.
God, I love looking at my inventory. Just the Lunchables is cracking me up.
Drac is
I like the ones that come with those little chocolate cookies.
Drac is just looking out the front door that we came in, just keeping an eye on things in case there's stuff sneaking up on us.
There doesn't seem to be anything sneaking up on you, per se. But then again, it's hard to tell with all the fog. You do keep alert at all times, though. As, Falkan takes some upwards of 20 minutes upstairs, identifying a couple items.
If they ever come back, maybe they won't be dead. I bet they're both dead.
You should
Sorry,
go
what'd
peck
you
them
say
with
down there?
Lassimo.
What? Okay, they're not dead. That's good.
You should poke
Right.
them with the bird.
Poke him with the bird.
Yeah,
And
poke him with your bird. Just so he knows we're alive.
Right, the moment Zaslamel stops dancing, that's how you know we're in danger.
It's
How
my
long?
canary in the mine.
It's the most meme version of Canary in the Mine we could
Love
come up with.
Well, if there's nothing, are we planning to stay here for rest? There's no night, so can't
Are
say
we
for the
resting?
night. Do we need to rest? We've been walking.
You need a short rest.
We've been walking
You
for a
need
while.
you need to rest that leg, sir.
Yeah.
I'll help him down the stairs.
How long were we traversing the lake for?
This is like at the tail end of your journey, of your day of exploration. If you have been walking for like 9-ish hours,
Yeah, we should rest here for a while.
more than that even. But your slip and slide thing saved you several many hours.
Mm-hmm. I will set about setting up my bedroll then. The huge thing.
Before you go on with that, you never got to look into the other conjuration aura, Falkan.
I shall do just that.
It is coming from the gray bag.
I use my mage hand and I look inside.
Sure. You look inside the bag and you can't quite see, but it seems like to be little pellets of fur.
Fern.
Yes.
Arcana check. Wait,
Beep.
can't just
Arcana
cast
check.
identify.
You can cast Identify if you want.
Well, here's another 10 minutes.
Sure. It takes you a while, but 10 minutes to be exact. But you do identify this as a bag of tricks.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that one.
The
Oh,
So what is it?
The
boy.
particularity of this bag of tricks is that if you put your hands inside and pull out one of those fuzzy pellets and toss it around, it'll conjure up a beast that ranges from a weasel all the way up to a dire wolf and a giant elk.
Oh, my.
I love it.
I, I do know of the bag of tricks.
This is like getting the kid version of Deck of Many Things.
Yeah.
I want a deck of many things.
No, I hope not. God, please don't.
Why not?
I want to disappear into the void.
No, they're so dangerous.
Bag of many things.
No.
just tell Drac it's a bag of many things, and
I mean,
That's exactly what I say.
even though it's deck of many things and not bag of many things, I wonder if we
Yeah.
can still pull it off.
Drax's not a mage.
it's fine. I wouldn't know.
It's a bag of many things.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When I reach my hand inside here, I can pull out something similar to Kolarys' reading level.
Ouch.
Oh, that's very high.
It's the
See, that's one of the
smallest
good
vial.
ones.
Are you actually pulling out something out of that bag?
No, fuck no. Not right now, are you crazy?
Just checking.
There's a fucking dire wolf in the middle of this room.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. No problem.
You could pull out like a weapon, or you could be sent to the void.
Kolarys, you need to sleep. You sound delirious. I'm going to close the front door. I'm going to lay my bedroll down in front of it, and I am going to sleep against the door. Because
Not sleepy, just been around Falkan all day.
Well, okay, fair.
Ouch.
Fair, but, like, we should sleep. We've been traveling for, like, 10 hours straight.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm going to block the door with my body so that nothing can just come in. And we'll cycle through watching just to make sure nothing happens. Where did Vargrid go, by the way?
Back into
That's
the bag
what
of
was
holding
involved.
because I forgot.
I was just making sure.
I just thought Varga was
I
just
was
walking
like-
along with us.
I thought Igometh was like, except you.
Get him out!
I like that idea better. He's just been here the whole time. He's just so antisocial that, and since he hasn't been like referenced directly, he's never said a damn thing.
Or that, yeah,
Where's Vargrid? I'm right here.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey,
God.
totally forgot about you.
In fact, usually Vargrid, whenever you're in the material plane, he sticks out like a sore thumb. But here in the Shadowfel, he fits right in, so it's almost like camouflaged. You don't notice he's around until you actively look for him.
Well, I'm going to sleep. Vargrid, tell us if anything bad happens. See you in, like 6 hours.
I'll keep watch. I'll let you know if the undead come knocking at this door.
I hope not.
It's a
And I
weird
just-
question, but couldn't you just tell them, like, not to attack us in hindsight? Can you
I-
speak to
You
undead?
can't just say that.
What?
What do you think?
It's
All
about- Yeah, it doesn't mean they all know each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think? Just the undead all just agree to know each other? Like
Oh, you two, don't be a racist. I'm talking about the Helm of Comprehending Languages.
the thing that you have?
Yeah. Can give it to Vargrid.
I am not sure that the dead can be reasoned with.
I could very well try. But I feel like any practice we put towards honing our skills will make sure that we don't let Sunorae slip our hands again.
Oh no, we're working on that. Just gotta
It's-
keep going to Malamac.
Yeah, we have quite a walk ahead of us.
Very well. So, all of you guys sleep tight and enjoy the benefits of a long rest.
Sweet.
Ain't that nice?
Recover
However,
all those identify spell slots.
Yeah, he was ritual casting it. It's fine.
no slots was spent whatsoever.
Not a single one.
And by the way, would you have spent time copying mirror image into your spellbook, Falkan?
Might as well, yeah.
The spell scroll you got, because you're not just, locking the door and falling right asleep because it's 7 in the evening. You're tired but not sleepy tired.
Yeah, I got time.
Sure. So you write down that spell, discount whatever money you need to. But how
No,
much
okay.
is
Now
it?
that he has 200 platinum.
Just gotta look up mirror image and the spell and all that stuff.
Depends on the spell level.
Yeah, and then you can prepare your spells for tomorrow. All of you enjoy a long rest. All of your hit points are recovered. All of that, goody nonsense happens to all of you guys. Furthermore, as you try and sleep, you swear you keep hearing scratching noises on the outside of the walls, and you can't tell if there are creatures there because you can't really hear anything else aside from the scratching. You can't hear footsteps, you can't hear moaning, you can't hear grunts, you can't hear anything except for scratching on the walls. At times it seems to be coming from outside, at times it seems to be coming from inside the walls, at times it seems to be coming from all the way on the top of the tower. It's incessant and incredibly bothersome. It does not allow you to have a very peaceful night of rest. Thankfully, you all are holed up in a place that gives you some manner of comfort, and you're all, together. So you're able to assuage one another from this cold that is trying to grip at your hearts. So you will make a wisdom saving throw, every one of you. The DC is 10. However, you have
Oh, boy.
advantage.
Okay. I'll take it.
Mm.
I hold shift
Oh.
and nothing happened. Oh, shit. Well.
Didn't even need it.
Yeah, all of you managed to, despite the scratching noises on the outside, you managed to rest fairly well.
Take out one of the furballs from the bag of tricks and shove it in the ear holes.
No. That's a good way to telefrag someone.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's a good way to telefrag someone. Maybe I can mage hand it inside someo's mouth.
Oh,
I
God.
will put chaos on you.
What a great don't. Do not use that spell on your friends, please.
Put a chaos on Kolarys if you ever touch this bag. Don't.
Very well. A new morning comes in as you guys are nonsensically trying to decide how to explode people better. Vargrid is just there, just standing. Doesn't seem perturbed at all by none of what's going on, and he reports
Falling
that
asleep
apparently
to the pleasant thoughts of telefragging.
people exploding. How wonderful. However, there doesn't seem like anything has approached the tower at all during the night.
Oh, that's good at least.
So, as morning comes in, what do you do?
Get ourselves together.
How's your leg?
Oh, better somehow.
You could say your leg is holy.
What?
He's making a hole in the leg joke.
I'm gonna.
I've only been awake for 10 minutes. It's way too early for you to be making puns. Okay. Put my axe on my back again and swing open the door.
Sure. Except that when you swing open the door and try to leave, you do find yourself having to really squeeze yourself out of the tower.
This door gets smaller. What happened?
I don't know, but it's giving us a great view of your ass.
I need you to just stop talking and start pushing, please.
I
Gladly.
full run double kick.
Sure.
First of all, ow, my tailbone.
The two of you arguably in a kind of weird way managed to push Drachdarin out of the tower, and
Yeah, like the full on sprint sideways jump.
oh yeah, what was it, the
Drop
nuking
kick.
kick? Yeah, the drop kick thing.
Yeah. Drop kick him.
That's what it's called, drop kick.
Yep.
Yeah. You get the sense, Drachdarin, that he hurts more on Falkan as he falls to the ground than he hurts on you. But regardless, all three of you exit the tower a little bit achy. It's kind of cramped. But other than that, you're doing pretty alright. And you start worrying that indeed you will stop fitting into all manner of places in the near future.
Oh, jeez. That's gonna be a problem. For the
Nah, I'll just turn you into a squirrel or something.
If I swear, if you do that, I am going to one-hand throw you through a window.
How's your
What are you going to
wisdom?
do, squeak and squeak at us?
My wisdom's actually quite fine, thank you very much.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
What is it?
14.
Yeah, it's not that good.
It's pretty... It's a +2, it's better than being not.
You still gotta be an 18.
You can do it.
Do you want to be a squirrel? Do you want to be a T-Rex?
That sounds a lot better than a squirrel, but...
Right?
Got this big head and these little arms.
Exactly.
Little tiny arms.
What are we doing?
Wait, if you could polymorph me, couldn't you just turn me into something that would move faster than we do on foot?
Yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't know. Actually, no, in hindsight, we could just fly on you. Actually, are there things in the sky that can shoot us?
Shoot!
Well, if there's super dense fog, we probably can't see that high.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's just a guy with a gun up there. I don't know. Like a guy with like a double barrel.
What do you go above a certain height and you just get shotgunned in the back of the head? Like,
Yeah, just a guy with like a Luger or something.
What?
Just, hey, whippersnappers on my clouds.
What
Bang,
are
bang,
you smoking?
Campbell is up there with his boomstick.
Oh my lord!
Gravy.
Everyone knows that the Shadowfel has great anti-aerial batteries.
Old man fucko up there with his Luger.
But also, we probably shouldn't fly lest we lose the trail. If the fog is so dense from down here, it'd be impossible to see from up there.
Unless you
That's
fly
true.
really close to the ground, like
But
That's
One
not gonna be
feet
the
hover.
fly low.
why would I do that when we could just be on foot?
I mean,
Unless you can turn me into something that is huge, flies fast, and can stay low.
I have a horse.
Giant
I
eagle?
could do a horse.
Giant birds of some kind?
I have an owl.
Giant owl works. Giant eagle probably works better.
Do you want me to do the giant owl thing?
I mean, if it'll speed up this process, then...
Let me look up the flight speed of a giant. Oh shit, it's like 60 feet. What
yeah,
the
I'm gonna put Vargard back in the bag. Go back in, buddy. This is gonna get weird.
oh,
No. I'm only doing
I
this
feel
so that
bad
I
for
can
the
carry
guy.
multiple people.
You could say that was a Solus exclamation.
No.
I kind of wish we could keep him.
Well,
Could
I
we keep
mean,
him?
okay, I'll put him back out of the bag.
Oh, I meant like, what if he doesn't, once he kills, the big bitch with the big
Mhm.
staff, like, what
Mhm.
if he like stays here? Can we just keep him?
Pretty sure the whole thing is that his soul will be free when he does that.
No.
He's kind of a trapped and tormented soul. We don't want to persist his existence. It sounds horrible.
It's not like he has a family or anything.
Kolarys.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But, like, then he can go live with his family and be all zombie.
Oh, bad idea. He already said that life is torture when we talked to him the first time.
We'll get to watch his child grow up. And probably bury his child, because he'll outlive everybody.
See,
Well, it's grim when you start thinking like that, mister, but who's going to be there at his dragon bar mitzvah, huh?
Just turn me into an owl, please.
I cast polymorph.
Oh, God.
Drachdarin, you feel your body shifting and changing in a way that you never felt before. It's weird.
Tense up like,
It is weird. It is kind of uncomfortable at first as your body starts just reshaping itself. Feathers that start sprouting out of your hands and everything. And you feel your muzzle hardening as it turns into a beak. Your eyes grow gigantic, and you feel something very weird happening through your neck that suddenly allows you to rotate it all the way around.
Don't do that.
I do the head like 360 thing. Looking really surprised and like hopping back and flapping the wings and
I say, don't get too descriptive. I know 3 out of 4 of us in here are into this
Don't
shit.
spin your head too fast. I don't know how many times an owl can do it for their head blows off.
Ooh.
Actually, I can understand you, technically, because I can understand languages, and actually, giant owls have their own language, so I can totally get you.
What?
Do they?
Yeah.
What,
No
what,
shit,
is,
seriously.
what is this feature you have that I don't know about?
That's his helmet,
Yo,
isn't it?
giant owls are weird. They actually, they can understand Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, and they can speak in a giant owl language.
What?
What
I have never.
the fuck are you
What?
talking about? What? It does speak giant owl. What the hell is
Yeah,
this?
they
What
do.
the fuck?
It's called
They have a
giant owl
language?
language.
What?
I'm serious.
They also understand Common and Elvish.
Yep. And
What?
Sylvan.
What? This is
Dude.
whack.
Giant
Sure.
owls are fucking awesome. I love them.
Sure. Drake, you can speak in giant owl, a language only you understand.
He just leans down and hoots loudly at the wizard in a. So am I picking you up, or are you getting on me?
Yeah, but if you do the 360 head thing, I
His
don't
head
know.
like tilts to the side, like around, like yaws to the side, like 90 degrees.
No.
If you do that, I swear I'll stop thinking about you and you turn back to normal.
Oh yeah, that's right. I could do that.
'Cause it's
Okay, on the giant owl.
You are concentrating for 1 hour. And if you were a sorcerer, you could extend this spell to last 2 hours. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
sorcerers.
sorcerers.
So, for the next hour, you are flying, so you're covering. You're covering
Twice as much ground.
Yeah, twice as much ground. Are you gonna keep casting this spell until, whenever, or is it just the once?
I mean, how far will 60 feet of flying take us?
It would technically be 120
Oh,
Once,
damn.
yeah.
because we're dashing to move.
God damn.
Are you dashing?
I mean, as an owl, I could just exert myself because once I turn back, it's just
Ah,
me. Doesn't
I-
transfer over.
I guess that is true. In a weird sense, yeah, it is true. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. So in 1 hour, you cover 2 squares, which is 4 hours in square time, hex time. Even.
Square time. Whoa.
Yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it again. Prolonging the spell.
Sure. You cast again, spending another 4th level spell slot. In 1 more hour, Drake, as soon as you turn back to your big blue dragonborn self, Falkan just swings his hands again, and you go back into being owl.
Ah, woo!
and then you travel for yet another hour. Hour? Ow.
Owl.
An owl. Stop.
You're breaking the game, you're breaking me.
You're breaking the car, Samir.
It's just flying by.
Sure. You
Give
fly.
a hoot, polymute.
Oh my lord.
You fly again for yet another whole hour, exerting yourself, and when you turn back at the end of the second hour, you feel quite alright. It is it is a wild experience to say the least, and while you're flying you don't see any hostile creatures in the distance, but then again it's tricky to see the distance. Every once in a while you do think you see some other things flying, but it's hard to tell. They're very far away. There's fog between you and them, and you do try to remain relatively low to be able to see the road. But yeah, at the end of the second hour, you guys have traversed a lot of ground and arrived there, where the token is in the map. You are, at this point, 10 hours away from Tide.
It's just one more day's work. Still far away.
It's faster than where we were.
It's true.
I could turn you into an owl again.
Hey, I'm down. It's kind of cool, actually.
No, I do want to keep at least one slot for Dimension Door in case I get stabbed through the fucking leg again.
A good idea, and I'll try to not do the head thing.
To be fair, you can always use your 5th level spell slot to cast Dimension Door.
Yeah?
But what if he wants to use it for a 5th level spell?
I do have Gas.
Who knows how that'll come in handy.
Jibunwo.
So, what to do, people?
Truly, this is my most anime attack.
Oh my god. Please.
I'm not going to not think about it. The image is an eyeball. It's a purple eyeball.
I know. I know.
You can't tell me this wasn't inspired.
100%. Absolutely.
God, I hate looking at it.
I guess if we're just gonna rest and then rinse and repeat.
I, Falkan von Britannia, command you to die.
What are you going on about now?
Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you later. It's just, it's really. I'll tell you later.
You see, there's this really good show that came out.
Stop.
It's a romance and it made me cry a pit vomit.
If we start to get into anime here, I'm going to spawn a beholder right in front of you. I swear to God.
There's an anime reference in this looking me right in the face, and I fucking hate it, Doug.
I'd
You
imagine.
just need a helmet with one eye slot.
Okay, so what to do? Are you casting polymorph again, or are you just walking through?
Just going
Nah,
on
we're just
foot.
gonna walk.
Alright. Alright, let me see what horribleness is in my table here.
The benefits of flying is that we can't easily be ambushed.
That is the nice thing.
That is the nice thing, true. So, as you're walking, it will take you 10 hours of walk. If you do want to push yourselves a little bit, you could do that in one single day. However, you do walk for 4 hours. And as you do, you start to hear a... I don't know the English word for this, but a very, very low, kind of staticky noise in the distance. And it's growing louder and louder. And as you look... Yeah, kind of like a hum-ish, but it's a little bit like static noise as well. And when you look into the distance, you do see that there's rain coming in. And of course, you keep on moving through your path.
Oh, is it this shit again?
However,
I don't know if it's transmutation rain, but
as you keep on walking and the rain finally catch up with you, you realize that it's not regular rain, because why the hell would it be?
of course not.
Oh god, not again!
You realize, however, that this rain isn't burning, corroding, or, transmutating your belongings into whatever else. It is just some regular old rain of blood.
Oh,
Keep your mouths closed. Don't drink any of it, please.
Drac, what did you kill?
Nothing.
yeah, you don't want to catch anything. You don't know what might be in this.
I don't know what kind of blood-borne viruses are out here.
And as you keep on walking, you see that this cloud of blood rain that is moving over all of you guys, as it moves, it converges more and more into your current position. It starts to get a little bit worse. The rain gets much heavier. Within moments, you're completely soaked up in blood, and then you notice that the rain starts to get a little bit more solid, and when you look at yourselves, you notice that it's not raining just blood now, it's raining all manner of viscera.
Ugh.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Is there any cover out here?
Nope.
Yeah, of course
Unfortunately,
not.
there isn't. And as you look up to the cloud, you do notice that now it's starting to rain body parts.
I'm hiding under
Oh.
Drac.
I'm just gonna put an arm over my head to block the arms over my head.
While
Catch an arm. Need a hand.
while this rain is it's not causing any damage really to you, despite all the things that you are being pelted with. It is definitely not nice, and I would like everyone here to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna die.
You're fine.
Wow.
You're fine. You're fine. We're all fine.
Cool, nobody gets poisoned.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh no.
However, you also need to make a Wisdom saving throw because this is a despair-inducing event.
Yeah, I would agree with that sentence.
Oh, no inspiration.
All right. Before we get into that, just one thing I wanted to say. First is the DC for this Wisdom save is 10, so you don't need to use your inspiration on that. But also,
Okay.
rewind my depression.
every
I want my depression.
Ev-
Here's your inspiration already. Do you want to rewind?
after
Never.
after your previous long rest at Beacon Tower, all of you got another inspiration point back. Those of you who spent it.
You're
Okay, now I rewind my depression.
okay. There it is.
Cool.
Just keep it in. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, Falcon. Just keep it to yourself.
They must never
Always,
know.
you keep it all inside, and then one day you die.
And then I just scream,
Loudly.
fireball where I stand.
So
Damn.
incredibly unpleasant, but eventually this cloud of rain passes by and goes away, and suddenly it's not raining blood on you anymore. Oh joy.
Oh, good. I'm soaked. Great.
Still holding a spare arm.
Please put that down.
I was hoping if I folded it, I could throw it like a boomerang.
I would not trust that.
I throw it behind us.
It just plops into the ground.
Shit.
Yeah. Good try, though.
You know, I always wondered that.
What, how boomerangs work?
I thought about a spell that could remove my limbs and I could throw like a boomerang blade.
Okay. If you're trying to workshop different spells for what you're supposed to be turning in as your homework, very creative.
Thank you.
Mildly disturbing. You should really talk to somebody about your problems.
What do you mean? With a small eye twitch.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to try and wipe as much of the blood and off of me as possible.
Just lift me up and shake me.
Oh wait, no, actually, reach into bag of holding, tap the orb of the cleansing stone, and all the blood just flies off of him.
Oh!
That's what that's for.
Sure.
I hand it to, especially Kolarys, who's probably really displeased, I'm sure. And
What
I'll
a
just
metro item.
have everyone clean themselves up because we look disgusting, and that cannot be good for you.
Follow your most metro item.
However, Falcon, when you look behind you to throw the arm, you do notice that all the blood that has rained upon the land and the limbs, organs, and viscera that has rained also on the ground are quickly being absorbed by the earth.
Ooh.
Nice.
And within moments, it looks like it never rained to begin with. And then you start to worry about what kind of earth is this that it's eating away at those things.
Honestly, guys, just seems like good mulch. Is that fucked up?
A little
It's
bit.
very fucked up considering everything here is dead.
And fucked up.
I mean, so that means that the whole blood rain thing is a common occurrence for the undead. Are they just used to it?
Oh, I don't like that idea.
At least blood runs somewhere here. Too
What?
soon. Because undead don't have blood in their veins.
What? You know what? I also have to BRB.
All right,
Do we want to take a break?
it's just you and me, Kolarys.
Good luck, 1v1.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM the ever living shit out of this campaign to you and only you. So,
Delicious.
as you keep on walking through the road, towards the city, time goes by awfully fast now that you have managed to, uh, clear away the blood, get a little bit used to the awfulness. Not that well, but slightly. The thought that you're making progress and you're finally getting somewhere familiar, quote unquote, kind of puts a little bit of a smile on your face. But then, your companion Drachdarin starts telling you that cities here in the Shadowfel, they're not like the cities in the regular world. They are a mockery, a shadow version of this city. And he tells you of this city that he used to know and work at, the city of Redemption, and its Shadowfell counterpart was called Perdition. The city was completely abandoned, the buildings were completely decrepit and destroyed, and inside the buildings, instead of having furniture and stuff, the only thing that the interior of the buildings had were gravestones on the floor, uh, or rather just graves, and on the gravestones names of people, the people who live there in those houses in the real world. And some of those graves are open and there are dead roaming the streets. And he also tells you of how one of the buildings that was quite alike was a church, and there was a gargoyle watching the entire city from atop the church, and how even though the city might exist in the Shadowfell, it might look similar to its real world counterpart, it is a distorted version that will probably be very unpleasant, is what Drachdarin tells to you and Falkan as you're walking along.
Hi, sorry, I exist again.
Welcome, Bork. I was just narrating horrible things to Kolarys.
I'm really sorry. I just could not breathe through my nose anymore.
Oh, wow. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Okay. So, after several more hours of walking, as Drachdarin keeps telling you to keep your hopes a little bit low and keep yourselves alert, because whenever you get to a new city here in the Shadowfell, it's gonna be horrible. And you might not even get into the city, you might want to skirt around the city. You do get closer and closer to Taid, and when you do, you realize that the city is there. You can see you can see several buildings in the distance, You remember that in the real world there's a river that runs up from Taid, uh, which, by the way, was the river that you guys followed to get to sort of a temple in the middle of the forest where you first found Vargrid. Here in the Shadowfel, this the river exists, but it doesn't follow it into a temple. It just follows into uh, more wilderness, and you don't want to deviate too much from the road. But the river, when it gets close to the city, it turns into a waterfall, and the river that crossed the middle of the city now instead is a huge chasm, much larger than it was in the real world. And when you get a little bit closer, you notice that this chasm that grows longer and longer, there's just endless black void underneath. And when you try to try to get a little bit closer to get a better look at it, you do see that the city of Taid seems smaller in comparison to the real world. And when you notice that, and when you start to get closer to the edge of the chasm to see, you notice that the city is now built onto the sides of the chasm, on both sides. And on the very bottom, you do notice a that the that it seems like it kind of connects in a kind of weird makeshifty bridge way the two sides of the chasm as the city starts expanding outwards towards one another, and there's a little bridge that gaps the chasm. But crossing this chasm would require you to go all the way down into the city, cross it down there, and then climb all the way back up. And it seems like a lengthy climb, is what you can
Hello, I'm
observe.
back.
Welcome, Bork.
Someone say something about going down a chasm?
This
Yes.
has got a
so-
chasm in the middle of it.
This version of Tide is just around a chasm.
Oh,
The original city, there was a river crossing the middle of town. In here, this river is just a chasm, and it's not short that you can walk across. It's fairly large, ridiculously large, and the city of Tide has been kind of swallowed by the earth, and is now built onto the sides of the chasm. And all the way on the bottom, they kind of expand outwards a little bit until they bridge into one another at the very bottom of the chasm.
no. We should go down there and talk to people and see what's up.
Nope.
No?
No.
Why
we
not?
are not going into the cities.
I don't want to go into the city.
Oh, well then let's just go around it.
Yes, that would be preferable. The cities here are not what you think they are.
You try to
Hmm.
think about that for a moment and into how you're going to get around, but the chasm is kind of far and too deep, and going further eastward, you know that you're just going to just going into the ocean, and you haven't even seen the ocean, but you don't imagine it's all that great. And
Are we?
going back, you would have to go back quite a ways to be able to cross the river, the chasm, to then go around the city. But then you would be going off road into the wilderness.
Giant owl.
Hey,
I mean, he's right.
he's right. We could just fly over it unless bad things happen when we try.
However,
So either we save your spell slots or
as you are approaching the city and starting to try and devise a plan, you do notice that there's several undead dragonborn. Even from a distance, you can tell that they're undead. Just walking around, both inside of town and a little bit on the outskirts too. You do see that there's lights, torches burning up in the city. In the
Do you think
distance.
they're friendly?
Come again?
More. That might probably. Do you think they're friendly?
I would doubt it. You could try and walk up and ask them, but I would not keep your hopes up. I'm just saying that when I was here last time in the Shadowfel city we went to, really not good. Real bad news.
When you
happened?
will be here in the future.
Okay, when I will go here later. Yeah.
Wait, you were at this exact city?
No, not this city, but the city that I was. You remember Redemption? The
Yeah.
town
So
we were in.
when we
Yeah,
go to this city, you have been in later.
right. Everything was dead. Everything. And just gravestones. And one of my party mates nearly got his arm ripped off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, are there any walking nearby us?
They're over there.
They are in the distance. They haven't quite seen you yet because you're trying to, keep yourself inconspicuous and out of reach and out of sight, I'd imagine. But yeah, there are undead dragonborn walking around close-ish to you.
Yeah, we should avoid this.
We avoid this?
Just saying, when we went through the city, we nearly got swarmed by like 100 zombie things.
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll trust you. I'll trust
Yeah.
your knowledge.
Okay. Bird time?
Bird time.
Bird time.
And then there was Bird.
Okay, so you're birding it up to cross the chasm, right?
Woohoo!
All right. So once again, Falkan, you point your magical hands towards Drachdarin, and starts to do your whole conjuration transmutation magic to transform him into a giant owl once again. However,
Oh, I hate that.
what when I say however?
I just hate when you just comma however.
Well, there are verbal components to the spell, so you can't do it quietly.
I can whisper it.
It's fine. We'll be
It's
out
not
of
like
here
I'm
in a-
yelling, "Become owl."
I don't know. You might.
I'm not going to yell my spell.
What if the spell requires you to yell?
Yeah,
It doesn't. I can
Yeah, I
literally
mean-
mumble under my breath.
spells do require that you say them out loud with clarity in your voice. Otherwise, they risk, kind of getting mumbled, and you don't want to, mumble your arcane words, especially when you're casting a spell to transform a friend into something else.
Oh no, I can just be like polymorph.
Well, as the rules say, you use the verbal component to spell out the verbal parts of the spell, casting it, and it does seem like some of the closer undead to you notice this. One of them, mostly judging by the frame and the clothing, seems to be a female dragonborn, and it notices the big poof happening and the dragonborn turning into an owl. This undead dragonborn just points and lets out a little shriek of horror. Ah! The living! They're here! And she just turns and runs inside.
Huh? Oh god damn it, you two, they are sentient. I can understand you,
Well, he can't.
Oh, he can.
It's funnier this way if I just make noises, though.
It is pretty funny. Carry on.
Look, the last time.
That's
again,
funny.
Last time I was here, we nearly got ripped to shreds by an army of undead. How am I supposed to know? Also, I hate the undead. No offense to the
Okay,
undead, but I
Since there's a
kinda hate
couple undead around here, I'm just gonna turn to another and be like, "Are you friendly?"
I'm just gonna slowly walk behind him because the owl has a 5-foot walking speed.
You
Kinda
have a 5-foot.
yeah,
walking speed.
they just kind of trundle along.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're right.
You're just hopping in place. Well,
Yeah, just kind of doop.
regardless,
Giant hopping.
Vargrid does not take offense to what you said because he can't understand you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what again? What are you doing?
Not being
I'm-
able to understand him is a hoot.
Oh my god.
I'm asking if they're friendly.
Sure. You do notice that all the undead that were outside of town, they kind of rush back inside and they kind of just look from afar, kind of like hiding behind the houses and the fences and the tree, the one dead solitary tree. Um, and then when you get a little bit closer, Falcon, you ask if they're friendly. One of the undead, it just the female that kind of ran away at first, she looks back and says, "You you are alive. You're living. Yes, we are friendly. If you're not here to do anyone harm, if you come from the real world, we are. Hi."
Ironically, we're in the land of the dead looking to kill someone else who's alive.
Yeah, we're actually here to find somebody who is evil.
Oh no. Well, it is
Oh, yeah.
common for evil people to run here. But I'm Evanza. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Falkan. Oh, and the giant owl over there is my friend. I gotta be honest. We were planning on flying across the gap, so I turned him into a giant owl. But yeah, he's friendly too. And the other one over there is Kolarys, the one that looks like he wouldn't be able to survive a day in a tent.
Oh,
Looks can be deceiving.
it is a pleasure to meet the both of you, Kolarys, Drachdarin, and you too, Falcon. We don't hardly ever get visitors here. The living, they don't ever show up. Come on, please. And she just turns around, and then there's a spring on her step as she starts going further into town, and she just looks at everyone and says, "Everyone, listen up. We have living. They have come to visit. Falcon, Drachdarin, and Kolarys from the real world. They have come to visit us at our splendid city of Quimne. Give them a warm welcome." And then all of the undead dragonborn that are like looking from far away, they start coming out of their hiding holes and they start, you know, shattering and whispering to one another as they come closer, and they start forming like a circle around you. A bunch of skeletal or zombified dragonborn just, gathering around you all, out of curiosity, but also genuine surprise.
Huh.
I'm sorry, what was this town called again?
It's called Quimine. You want me to spell it out for you?
Yes.
Of course. And then she goes and spells it out for you. It's...
You can just put it in chat if you want.
Yeah, there you go. I
Drac just kind of hoots loudly behind.
I updated it into the map.
Oh, I see.
So she welcomes you all, and then, well, all of the undead are just over there, and they look at you, and some of them, they start pointing and shouting. Some of them, they all seem very chipper to see you, but they're all talking all of the same time, the clattering of skull and bones. It's hard to really make sense of what exactly they're saying. And when you look to Evanza to see what's going on, she has vanished into the crowd, and then she reappears with another undead dragonborn, and he just looks at the three of you. "Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Piotr. I'm the elder of this city. I take it you're incredibly confused and tired."
The owl behind just like bobs its head around a lot.
Definitely tired, definitely confused. Granted, this is my first time meeting the undead. We have Vargrid over here.
Hi. Bargrid doesn't seem very enthusiastic at all.
He's quiet.
And Piotr just seems to make a gesture for people to make way for you, and he says, "Well, come on, have a rest. It's very seldomly we get travelers from the world of the living, and you deserve some rest. And some explanations too are in order. We are very curious to know how things are going on in there."
Yeah, sounds fine. Sounds fine by me. What about you, Giant?
I'm very uncomfortable.
Nah,
He looks fine.
He's just, you watch the owl kind of like, his neck feathers kind of poof out a little bit in anxious agitation.
See, he's so happy he's floofing up.
Zaslamel just doing the dance for you, calming you down.
Can you do that dance?
Yeah, actually, can you do that dance, Drag?
He just looks around a little bit and then kind of lifts himself up and starts to kind of slowly mimic Zaslamel. But instead of the little tip, tap, tip, tap, tip from Zaslamel, from this giant bird doing it.
Beautiful.
And then he just kind of shrugs with the wings and settles back down. Like, I don't know what you expected.
So
No, that's what I wanted.
Piotr starts leading you further into town, into, well, outside from the outskirts and actually into the town itself. All of the undead that are, that have come up to see the living, some of them do get a little bit more daring, and they approach you and says, "Oh, it's been forever since I've seen the living. Can I touch you and feel real flesh once again, please?"
Oh, yeah, you can touch Kolarys.
And then
Kolarys doesn't want to be rude, but he's incredibly uncomfortable, so he's just as stiff as a board.
and several, some 4 or 5 undead dragonborn come and start very gently and tenderly grabbing your arms and kind of squeezing a little bit. They kind of examine your fingers quite a lot, and some of them kind of get very close to your face. They don't touch your face, but almost the entirety else of you, they do start touching and squeezing and just examining, and they're mesmerized by the living. Some of them do even attempt to get a little bit closer and also touch and squeeze the giant owl as well.
My soul just leaves my body.
Drac as an owl is just kind of spinning his head around, looking at all of them as kind of really uncomfortable by it. But the feathers
because
are
now you
very
can see
soft.
everyone around you.
Yeah, it's worse. Having a phobia of the undead doesn't make this easy.
And all of the undead, they don't make it any easier either, because they start just kind of grasping at your feathers and very gently kind of what's the word? Caressing the feathers, feeling them, and just looking at you very closely as you spin your head around. You can see that there is a trove of undead around you, just waiting for their turn to touch the living.
Oh, Falkan,
Speaking specifically in Elvish, because I know all 3 of you can, I know both of you can understand. If I get stabbed in the leg, you both have to endure this.
This is not a fair trade.
We didn't stab you in the leg.
And it wasn't our fault.
Oh, I know.
I spent 200 plat. I spent 200 gold to save you.
We all get to suffer. Wait, you saved me with that?
Threw it at the Skellies boys.
We need to talk about your spending habits.
No.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Fucking 200 platinum for 12 for
200 gold.
3D.
200 gold. I
Fine.
corrected myself.
It's fine. It's still a lot. It's fine.
Regardless, it is at this point that the undead starts dragging you further into town, just like, getting real close to y'all, that we're gonna call tonight's game of Conquerors of Nolyn.
My brain has been playing like the Coco soundtrack the whole time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So good.
I'm glad
Drac?
I'm not the only one.
This is the worst possible scenario for Drachdarin.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know.
A bird in front of a bunch of undead.
Oh no, it's mostly just the undead part.
Oh, but also don't worry, it's gonna get much better. Just you
Can't
wait.
wait. Oh, can't wait.
Exactly. So, with this, thank you all, watchers, viewers, so very much for sticking around and seeing this all the way through, or mostly through. And I would like to direct you to my YouTube channel, where you can go ahead and watch all the previous episodes of Conquerors of Nolyn, Team Yellow, and some other games I have run over the year, like Call of Cthulhu and some other things. But mostly, it's a place where you can catch up anything if you have missed it over here. But you can make sure that you don't miss it by coming back every Wednesday to watch it, unless we don't play that Wednesday, then you have come here for nothing. But still, it shows that you're very engaged in watching D&D. So maybe that makes you a cool guy, or girl, or a person of exotic gender. In any case, thank you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.